Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo.
I'm Andrew.
And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. This is the final show for Press Pause, the gaming podcast, and the final overall regularly scheduled program that we have on the YouTube channel before we get to the Let's Play days. So this is episode 74 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. Are you ready for the holidays, my friend?
I mean, as ready as you can be.
Yeah. I'm not as excited about the holidays as I used to be, It used to be really, really exciting, and now it's kind of just like, it's almost like an obligation sometimes, where it's like...
I mean, we're not, we're not children anymore.
No.
So
I still enjoy it. It
sure.
just... So here's the thing. So, like, typically, I have 3 Christmases because of the way my family's kind of, like, divided up and, into sections and whatnot. This year, though, I only have 1 day instead of 3. So it should be more enjoyable because it's only because sometimes when you have 3, you get like 3 turkey dinners and it's like, oh my God, I've had enough of this, and it's just a lot of socializing and a lot of everything in a short 3. You don't have any downtime.
You gotta be switched on.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Yeah, and that's not easy for me for long periods of time.
No.
Although. Even on this show, sometimes I struggle. By the end of the show, I'm like,
oh God, like when we have a 3.5-hour show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you can tell when we're getting to that point in the show where we start to sound a little done with it all.
I'm glad we have screenshot. See, there it is. I can't even say it properly. Yeah. That's what it is. Screenshots.
It's not even a joke. It's just how it is. Yeah.
It's just how it is. But that kind of like brings my energy levels back up for the final push.
Yeah. Because
sometimes.
we got to engage our brains again instead of talking for an hour about like how many people got laid off this week or whatever.
Exactly. And it's just fun.
We would be a lot more energetic during this show if there wasn't so much bad news in this business.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But let's get to some housekeeping and corrections. As always, we're on YouTube Music if you want the audio-only edition or the video edition of the show. In podcast form, YouTube Music is where you'll find it. Don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server and patreon.com/co-op entertainment if you want to throw us a few bucks to help support the channel. We greatly appreciate you. And as I mentioned before, this is our last regularly scheduled program for the holidays. We are on hiatus as of the end of this recording, essentially, until January 12th, when our regularly scheduled programs will return. And in between now and then, there will be a new Press Pause Plays every weekday, I should say, just to give you a little something to watch during the holidays. Because, like, I took a look around at, like, all the subscriptions that I have, like, all the YouTube channels that I follow, and, like, they just play, like, marathons, and like highlights of the year and stuff like that. And
I mean, that's what TV stations usually do. They put on movies and stuff. There's no new programming to make because everybody's off for the holiday break.
Exactly. So I was like, we'll get some stuff in there in case anybody wants to fill in the gap. So look forward to that. Now, we do have some corrections / details that we missed from last week during the Game Awards breakdown. There was some sort of tidbits of information that either I got wrong or I just wasn't aware of at the time that I want to clarify. And there's quite a few things here. So I'm going to get to it right now instead of saving it for the news. Just get the corrections done out of the gate. So some may have got confused about the way we were talking about High Guard. It's not actually being developed by Respawn Entertainment. It's a newly formed studio with former Respawn developers. The studio is called Wildlight Entertainment. So it is technically by the makers of Apex Legends and Titanfall, but it's a new studio.
Not from the same legal entity.
Not from the same legal entity, exactly. So I don't know how much percentage of people that are there are from Respawn, or like what the budget is, or like anything. I know nothing regarding that. So that is something to keep in mind. I did take a look to see what the reaction was to that, given our reaction. Doesn't seem like it's on fire by any stretch of the imagination. The announcement video has more dislikes than likes, which is usually a telling sign of fan interest. But it is free to play. it does have like the pedigree of those developers, and it is soon. So we'll see how it fares out. But
we won't have to wait long.
Won't have to wait long at all. No, it's like January 20th or something like that. Something crazy. Next up, Fate of the Old Republic studio, Arcanaut Studios, is newer than we thought. It actually only opened its doors in July.
Oh, okay.
So, taking everything into account, Fate is probably likely 5 to 6 years away, probably. We'll get more into that later in the show. Tomb Raider Catalyst is being developed by Crystal Dynamics, but the remake is being co-developed by Crystal Dynamics and Flying Wild Hog. Flying Wild Hog, for those that don't know, is notable for Evil West and the Shadow Warrior series.
Yep.
So that's interesting. Was not aware of that.
Specifically, the Shadow Warrior reboot series, not the original Shadow Warrior from the 90s. That was 3D Realms.
Yeah. Saros and its April 30th release date was actually quietly a delay. And I kind of questioned it when I saw it. I was like, oh, didn't we have one already? But I guess not. But then I went back and looked, and yeah, it was scheduled for March. So it's been delayed by basically like 3 to 4 weeks for some reason, without them like acknowledging it. Not really sure what that's about.
It's probably not worth the fuss. Just quietly slip in the new release date. It's only a few weeks behind what it originally was.
Probably just needs a little bit extra polish or something like that.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about Mega Man, Dual Override. So got some more information about it. It is in fact Mega Man 12. They just don't want to use numbers anymore.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know why you stop at 11. Like, okay, now you don't like numbers? Okay, whatever. But it is in fact Mega Man 12. And I scoured the internet for opinions on it because you and I were kind of at odds about the art style.
Let's be clear. I was right about Mega Man always looking like that.
No, I still, but in terms of liking it.
Oh, in terms of liking it, yeah.
And there does seem to be a division of people that like it and people that don't. But the key thing that everyone seems to be theorizing is that I don't remember when it was, but I think it was within 2025. But Capcom had stated that it wants to grow its back catalog into core IP, much like these days Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and what's its third pillar right now? What's
thing? I don't know.
What's Capcom? What else does Capcom do? Resident Evil, Monster Hunter.
Well, there's Dragon's Dogma, but I don't know if I'd call that a third pillar.
No. They said it was a core IP. Oh, Street Fighter, yes, that was Street Fighter. Thank you. But they want to add Mega Man, and there was 2 others which I cannot recall at this moment.
They want to add Mega Man to their core pillar. You mean the thing that used to be their core pillar, the thing that I know them for, the first Capcom franchise I ever played.
Yeah,
and that I think a lot of people ever played because they made so fucking many of them, and they were all great. Well, mostly all of them.
Yeah, mostly all of them. All the core ones are definitely great.
Those later X games are, whatever.
So yeah, I thought that was weird, but people are sort of theorizing that this is a tide over of somewhat, and that the main attraction is yet to come. They think that given the lower budget of this, and them saying that it's going to be a core IP, that this is probably like a lead-in to a bigger project that they haven't announced yet.
Maybe.
I buy that. It makes sense if they're truthful about making it a core IP, because this doesn't seem like something that would appeal to the masses. Like Mega Man was never like a million plus seller per game. It was always
it was a pretty huge deal on the NES. It was the kind of game that everybody had played
for sure. But it also had like a massive install base on DS, and there wasn't a whole lot of like Mega Man clones.
In recent years, absolutely Mega Man, but that's because they haven't made a bunch of Mega Man games. They were making those games like every single year,
kind of like Castlevania.
Yeah, and also in tandem with games on the Super Nintendo, because Mega Man 6 came out after Mega Man X.
Yeah, weird. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of interested to see if there is a bigger project, but we'll see.
Maybe we'll get Mega Man X9 and it'll be good.
I think most people are hoping for like a Legends reboot or a Legends 3. I wouldn't bet on that, but we'll. If anything, it might be like a 3D reboot type of game where it starts from scratch to get new people into it, But we'll see. So that's that. More details on Jonathan Blow's new game, Order of the Sinking Star, which is crazy. So for the standard quest, the game is said to be 250 hours long.
It's too long.
And for completionists, 500.
That's too fucking long.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. I was like, oh, maybe you should have divided this game into like 2 or 3 games instead of one big one, but we'll see. Maybe then it wouldn't have taken you 10 years to release it. And then finally, Coven of the Chickenfoot. That game with like the grandma and the creature. Mm-hmm. I don't remember whether I said it or not, but it's being developed by former Naughty Dog developers.
Okay.
So that's got some pedigree to it as well. No pun intended. And that's it for corrections. So let's get into what we're playing. You don't have anything super new to
no,
to talk
about? I because of the Steam Winter Sale is on, I picked up some stuff. I played some of the Vampire Survivors DLC. It's more Vampire.
It's more
Survivors.
Vampire Survivors,
cool, but it's it's
nothing game changing.
No, I have started to get back into the Final Fantasy VII remake. Pick that back up, but I haven't gotten very far from where I last picked it up. Although, imagine by the next time we record an episode, I will have something to talk about, because one of the games that I picked up in the winter sale was Resident Evil 7.
Ooh, nice. Yes.
Yeah. I got that
3 weeks away.
$11.
Nice. Yeah, we'll be going over the Steam Winter Sale at some point today. But yeah, sweet. So we'll have lots to talk about when we come back. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I have one game to talk about. I have still been playing Battlefield RedSec, and I think I've played enough of it at this point where I know what I like about it and what I don't like about it. I've learned the map. I've learned how to play. I'm pretty consistently in the top 5 at the end of each battle royale, which is pretty good. I come in second place a lot. Once you get down to mano-a-mano, it's kind of luck more than anything else. Like, who gets to drop on who in that small, tight space with the ring. Super fun, though. Really enjoy it. My only complaints about that game are the destructibility is really impressive, but it's not effective on every building. And there's no way to know which buildings are destructible and which ones aren't, which is annoying, which is really irritating. Because like as the assault class in RedSec, you have basically like an explosive launcher. It's almost like a grenade launcher, but it's meant to destroy buildings, meant to destroy walls and stuff like that. And then like I wouldn't say half the time, I'd say maybe 33% of the time it just hits the wall and explodes. It doesn't break the wall down.
Weird that they wouldn't give any kind of visual indication.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like there's certain buildings that the entire building will collapse if it takes enough damage. But other ones just a black mark. It's like that's really, really, really frustrating. My other problem with it, besides the frame rate, like it's Battlefield, right? So it feels like it's not Call of Duty level 60 frames per second. It's like 45 to 50, and then it hits 60 at certain times. Like it's a little inconsistent. What was the other thing I didn't like about it? Oh, the progression system. Holy fuck, is it slow? Holy fuck. Like can
you do microtransactions to
not that I've seen, but I'm sure there are. The game's got so many menus.
That's usually what it is that they want you to. They say, "Oh, you can get it through progression," but it takes like a million years to do it.
Yeah, it takes so freaking long. Like, in order to unlock all like the attachments and everything for a gun, you have to get experience with that gun. So let's say I stay with one gun for like 6 weeks playing with this gun and getting attachments and attachments and attachments. Now I unlock a whole new gun I get no attachments for that gun. I got to raise my experience with that gun in order to get attachments for that gun. It's like, and there's like,
Mhm.
I don't know, 30 to 40 guns in the game. So I'm like,
Jesus.
I don't want to replay the game 150 times to get that, get the attachments that I want for the gun. It's annoying. But it is fun. It is fun. I am constantly playing it. So, you know, but yeah, but the main game that I've been playing, specifically for the show, if I can switch over here, is Mafia.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mafia: The Old Country. Finally got around to playing this one. Don't worry about the red line.
Yeah, I
That
was
you're
I was
seeing.
gonna say, is that red line gonna show up
Yeah.
or what?
No. I can get rid of it. There you go. Yeah. So I've been playing Mafia: The Old Country, and the universe is funny. The universe is
Yeah.
funny. So remember how last time I was talking about how what game was it that I was talking about last week? That had a really Avowed. I was talking about Avowed and how the gameplay is really really fun, but the story and the characters are just so freaking flat and boring, and I just couldn't get
Mhm.
into it. Well, the universe
Is this
spoke.
is this the inverse?
This is the inverse.
Oh no.
This is where the story is amazing, the characters are amazing, and the gameplay is meh. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Mm.
Which is really frustrating to have to go from one extreme to the other.
Yeah, and generally speaking, I would take better gameplay over better story any day
Most
of
of
the
the
week.
time, I would too.
I mean, when it comes to video games, that because the interactivity is the key point.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
With that being said, though, the story is fantastic. I don't know why we're seeing Saints Row 3. Um, I have no idea why we're seeing Saints Row 3. The story is fantastic. The acting is fantastic. There's emotion. I gave a shit about the characters. Like I said, the exact opposite of Avowed. When you play some of these games and you forget characters' names, because you're just like, oh,
Yes.
that guy, you're like, oh, that guy, even in like
That
Mass
happened to
Effect.
me that happened to me with Penelo in Final Fantasy 12,
Mm,
because even though she's a party member, she has such a minor contribution to the game's overall story
right.
that I forgot she existed at the
Yeah, and
time. Like,
that's
there was a scene where she showed up and I was like, "Who's that?" "Oh, right, that's Penelo."
right.
Just
Yeah.
completely forgot about her.
Yeah, there's so many games I play where I'm just like I refer to them by their looks. Like if I was playing Mass Effect, to be like, oh, the blue guy, oh, the green guy,
Mhm.
oh, the big dinosaur looking guy. Which not to say that Mass Effect doesn't have good characters, because it does, but like as an example, um, it's 10, 50, 10, 100, 1,000 times harder to make characters great and believable and interesting and memorable in a game like this, because they're all just humans in
Mhm.
Italy, and they're just people, right? So like
What you're saying is Italian people can suck it.
not at all. I have Italian in my family. Um, none that talk like this. I'll tell you that much. But like it's really hard to get characters that are just humans to be memorable. Like, does anyone know any of the characters besides Soap from Call of Duty?
Well, you're asking the wrong person here.
The answer is no. There's no like how many Call of Duty games are 25? Something crazy like that.
What about Richthofen? He's the
Who?
the the Nazi guy from the Zombies campaign, right?
I don't know.
Nazi scientist.
Sure, that guy. But like you don't memorize these characters. You don't care about these characters. This game, you give a shit about everyone. The game's opening is fantastic. You play as Enzo, this basically this slave who's working in the sulfur mines in Italy alongside his buddy, and you play through like them mining and talking about how one day they're going to get out and go to America and start a new life, and they're saving up money and all this kind of stuff. And then obviously, bad shit happens
Mhm.
involving you know trying to avoid spoilers because the game is so story heavy. Wow, that's bad.
Yeah, that was
Bad.
weird.
That was bad. We'll get into the gameplay in a second. it involves a villain, and it involves an accident, and it involves some heartbreak, and you really gave a shit about Enzo, and how he gets sort of absorbed into this mafia family, who he doesn't realize it's a mafia family until he's kind of embedded into it. And he develops really cool relationships with all the people in the mafia family. You got Luca, who's this sort of caretaker guy, almost like a third hand man to the Don. You've got the Don himself, Don Toretti. You've got the Don's right hand man, Tino, who definitely has some like sinister whispers going on into the Don's ear, where it's the Don wants to do things. You can tell the Don's been doing things clean, like he runs a vineyard basically. And Tino's in his ear going like, "Oh, we can make so much more money if we do this," and it's like illegal shit. And then you got your new buddy who becomes sort of your best friend, but he's kind of a dickwad. Like there's just, and then Isabel, the love interest. There's just all these different characters that are just really interesting, and you notice them. And the world building is so great. It is open world, but not really. I mean, if you've played the Mafia games before, you kind of know that they're not. They're open world, and as if you can drive around them, but it's pretty much just drive from point A to point B to start the next mission. It's not really like GTA or anything like that, which is okay. It's more streamlined, and that's fine. That's what Mafia tends to do. But yeah, I just fell in love with the world and the characters, and was really enthralled with it. But the gameplay is very simple. It harkens back to like AA third-person shooters, where there's this, you can see there's a bunch of stealth here, but the stealth system's kind of half-baked. It's just like, there's no sight lines that you can see, there's no radar, you're just sneaking around like this.
There isn't in real life either, but
no.
I get what you mean. It's basically stay out of line of sight, and it's not like, it's not like Splinter Cell.
Yeah, it's not a science. You're kind of just making assumptions about how far people can see. And then there's these knife fights, which are probably my favorite part of the combat. You can see there's a bunch of different counters and parries and dodges and slashes and strikes that all do the different things, and it's very cinematic. It very much reminds you haven't played Uncharted, but at the end of Uncharted 3, I think it is, there's basically one of these types of fights. It's basically that, but you pretty consistently do it. It's not like you can do a knife fight with anybody that you come across. It's still story driven, right?
It's a duel.
It's a duel. Exactly. Although there is a few times where like a guy will like drop a gun to have a knife fight, and I'm like, wow, you're an idiot. Like, you had me, and now you're gonna do a knife fight? Okay, I'm gonna kill you. So some of that's kind of cheesy.
I mean, it's a pride thing, right? It's like saying, I don't need a gun to kill you. I can do it.
I can do it with my hands. Yeah. Visually, it's amazing. It's hard to tell from this particular video, but it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Great lighting. Great artistic license. Great animation. There is some like pop in and some weird artifacting and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's a gorgeous game. Driving the cars around is super fun. They're very slidey, very drifty. Very back heavy when you're driving, but it feels good to drive. Like, it doesn't feel frustrating to drive, which, driving vehicles of this age, they could have programmed them to be a little less responsive. But they feel really great to drive, so it's really fun. Horseback riding's great too. The gunplay is super basic. It's, take cover, pop up, shoot.
Yeah.
The AI is kind of dumb. They're not super smart. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to talk about with the gameplay. Like, it's just kind of a means to get to the next story beat.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's not bad, basic can be fine as long as it's done well. It's
very basic. It is varied, which is nice. You're not always doing shootouts. You're not always doing driving. You're not the pacing is quite good. The one thing that is a little strange, though, and maybe it's just because I haven't got far enough into it, but I kind of doubt that at this point. I'm about 40% done the game, and it feels like the tutorial never really ended, if that makes any sense. Usually in these games, there's like a cutoff point where you're like, oh, okay, now the world's opened up and I can do whatever I want, and there's all these upgrades, and it doesn't really do that. At least not in an obvious way. There might be something that I can do where I can just drive around and search for secrets and stuff, but I didn't find anything like that. Honestly, not that I'd be super interested in it anyway, because the story is kind of the pull of the game.
Right.
But I've enjoyed it. I did have to take it back, so I don't have it anymore. I do kind of want to continue it. I 40% through the game is where you get officially invited into the Mafia family. Like, you're now a member of the family, right? So that's pretty far into the game. So that first 40% is it feels like a really long prologue to the main event. So it's hard for me to give a final review of it, but I wanted to at least give my first impressions, which is fantastic characters, fantastic world, gameplay. And yeah, if I get it again,
I like
I
how they're
will.
repurposing the let's carry a body around ragdoll system for let's carry this half of a pig from the larder
Yeah.
to the kitchen. That's
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah, you do a lot of carrying things for people in this game. A lot of carrying boxes and all that kind of stuff. But again, it's paced well enough where it's like, oh, I'm doing this again. You know, there's Isabella, the love interest. Yeah, it's interesting. I kind of wish it was bigger or felt bigger, you know, or had a bigger budget for the gameplay. But for what it is, it's a really good foundation to start Mafia off again. You know, from a clean slate, because I know a lot of people didn't like Mafia 3. I did, but not a lot of people did. Yeah, did I say great voice acting? Great voice acting. It really pulls you in. Great camera shots, as you can tell here. Great lighting. It's fantastic. So if you want a good story, I would say play Mafia: The Old Country. And that's all I really have to say. So let's move on. Do you know what time it is?
Is it letter time?
Nope. Happy birthday, video game.
Oh, right, because we're not going to be here for January.
Yeah, we won't be back until like the 13th. So we're gonna miss like 2 weeks of January. So I figured we'd get it done and over with now. There's not a whole lot to go through for January. Like December, January has historically been a pretty quiet month. It honestly still is today. It's getting better, but it's still pretty quiet.
Yeah, well, because nobody has any money to spend after the holidays.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Let me get out one thing here, though. I didn't have. Bonk. There we go. Okay. So, starting off with 10 years old. Darkest Dungeon has turned 10 years old. Did you ever play this one?
No, but I like the way it looks.
Oh, it's fantastic. Love it.
Yeah, the art style is really cool.
Darkest Dungeon 2, it missed the mark. I don't know what it is about Darkest Dungeon 2, but I just couldn't get into it. This one is just... The thing that I didn't like about Darkest Dungeon 1 is that you don't just have 4 people to go through the dungeons. You have like 16. Because when your guys go through dungeons, they can get really stressed out, so you have to let them rest. And so you have to bring other people in, and I'm like, I don't like that. I kind of want to just use the same group and level them up and get them new gear and all that kind of stuff, right? The second one does that. You only have 4 people, but it changes the format of how you pick dungeons and the runs. It's a completely different game to me. But the combat is still the same, which is strange. For those of you who've played them, you know what I mean. I don't think Dungeon 2 did quite as well. That being said, though, if you don't like hard games, don't play this one. You will rage. It is very difficult and oftentimes unfair. Honestly, it has that XCOM RNG bullshit sometimes.
Yeah,
where it's like, you got fucking 2 critical hits in a row. Go fuck yourself. You know, like, it's bullshit sometimes. I missed again. You know.
Right.
I hate that shit. That's stuff that needs to go away in RPGs. It should be about strategy, not luck. I hate luck. But it's still a great game. Also turning 10 years old, Jonathan Blow's game, The Witness. Did you play The Witness?
No.
No? If you like puzzles, it's a great game. Your brain will hurt, though. Your brain will hurt. It's very cool. I did beat it. It just took a very long time. A very long time. I didn't complete it, I should say. Like I didn't do the completionist run because there are puzzles in there where I'm like, I don't fucking get it. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't get it. You have to be a really high IQ type of individual for this game. But it's great. Turning 20 years old. I don't know if you remember this one. Do you know this one?
Oh, this is I forget what it's called, but it was a DS game that they showed off really early on.
Mm-hmm. Electroplankton.
Electroplankton. I was like,
yeah.
what was it called? Yeah, they showed it off early on, but it didn't actually come out until like a year and a half after the system released.
Yeah, it's like a music kind of weird game.
Yeah.
I never played it, but I do remember it being like a talk of the town for whatever reason. So yeah, Electroplankton. That was the only 20-year one that I could find. That was a very weak year for January. And then 30 years, only one game as well, and we know this game very well. Because we played it together! Duke Nukem 3D! And yes, this is footage from our Let's Play. As if you couldn't tell. This was before we even used the new set. This is the original set. Yeah. Yep, great game. Fantastic game.
Great game.
So happy birthday, video games. That's it. That's all. January is a very quiet month. So before we get into the next little bit, let's talk about the games that are coming out in January 2026.
Look at this guy who doesn't know the combination to blow up the building.
Yep, they're going to be guessing.
It's the two inner switches.
I got it. It just took me some time. I got it. This is 2016, not 2026. Give me 2026. Here we go. Let's see. Not seeing anything I recognize. Not seeing it. Quarantine Zone comes out on the 12th. That's the Papers, Please like, where you're stationed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like The Last of Us, basically, where you're stationed at like a quarantine place to make sure that no one's sick before you let them into the country. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I played the demo. It's if you like Papers, Please, you'll like it.
If you like Papers, Please.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a great game.
Though I'm not sure I like it for the gameplay. I think it's more about the story and the experience, contrary to what I said earlier.
It is, though.
It's gameplay that serves a very specific point.
Yeah, absolutely. The Switch 2 edition of Animal Crossing New Horizons comes out on the 15th.
Game that they're no longer making content for, so that's a weird choice.
Yeah. Mio, Memories in Orbit. That's a game that I've been waiting for a while. It's a Metroidvania coming to Windows, Switch 2, PS5, and Xbox Series on the 20th. I also found out that it's on Game Pass, or it's going to be on Game Pass as of the 20th, so I will be able to check that out. I hope it's good, because I played like 5 minutes of the demo, and I was like, yep, this seems like something I want to play. So I will wait. So fingers crossed on that one. What else we got in January? High Guard, as we mentioned, the 26th. Windows, PS5, Xbox Series. Man, there's a lot of ports in January. A lot of ports. Cairn, Windows and PS5, but I've been waiting a long time for that one. That's the mountain climbing game.
Yeah.
Anything else? Code Vein 2 on the 30th, I guess. For those that like that game. That's about it. January, kind of quiet. Kind of quiet. And that's it for that. What's next here? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's next. Oh. It's letter time! It's letter
So it is letter time.
time! Yes. Now it is letter time. Let's see. We're being called out. Well, I'm probably being called out more than anything here. Greetings from the Bose Hose household. Bose Hose is written Bosehose. Bose Hose. That's his name.
So
Apparently.
is this like speakers that wear nylons?
Could be. Could be. Yeah. It's a much more creative name than, 90% of the players that I see on RedSec have, where it's like HJC 269. Like, who are you? Did you just bash your face against the keyboard when you picked your name? I much appreciate good names. Anyway, he says, I find it a wee bit hypocritical to be hyped for a lot of what was shown at the Game Awards, given your frustration with early announcements and cinematic-only trailers. We had Divinity, Tomb Raider Catalyst, Warlock, Fate of the Old Republic, Gang of Dragon, all cinematic trailers, many with no release dates, or even windows, some with 2027 release windows. And then we had games like Mega Man with 2027, 4-Loop with no release window at all, Lords of the Fallen 2, same thing. Need I go on? You're not wrong. I seem to have glossed over that last week in all the excitement over some of the bigger announcements, but you're not wrong at all. Divinity is probably 2030 in early access, is my guess. Tomb Raider Catalyst is 2027. We didn't get gameplay of it. Warlock, don't know. Only got a cinematic teaser. Fate of the Old Republic, as we just talked about, 2032, maybe. Like, who the hell knows, really? Gang of Dragon, we know nothing. Mega Man 7, they said 2027. 4-Loop, yeah, no release window. Lords of the Fallen 2, I think Lords of the Fallen 2 got a 2026 release window. I could be wrong on that one, though. But yeah, you're not wrong. It was cinematic heavy. Even Galactic Racer felt like it said it was like pre-rendered engine footage or something like that. So it wasn't quite
probably like cinematic angle kind of stuff.
Yeah. So you're not wrong. We didn't get a shitload of gameplay at the Game Awards. So I agree with you. I think I should have been
the
a
Game
little.
Awards isn't really the kind of venue where they usually do that. It's just hype trailers. It's usually well, I mean, in the past it would have been E3. Now it's the various direct showings where it's
The summer of gaming,
Nintendo
we all call
Direct
it now.
or Xbox, whatever, or PlayStation
State of Play. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like an amalgamation of a bunch of smaller shows now in the summertime. Yeah, that's a good point too. Is the award show is more about hype than gameplay. Although we did get some with huge amounts of gameplay, like Highguard, and the Tomb Raider remake gameplay in that one too. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. I probably should have pointed out that there was a lot of teasing rather than showcasing actual games. And yeah, there's a bunch there that I may not even be alive for some of those. You know, like some of them are that far away. Like Fate of the Old Republic. I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, someone pointed out to me that Casey Hudson working on Fate of the Old Republic is cool, but he did work on Anthem and Andromeda. So he's not infallible.
But who knows if those problems are attributable to him?
Yeah, oh yeah, no one knows. No one knows where those problems came from. Everyone just kind of blames EA, but like, what does that mean? Does that mean that they were rushed? Does that mean that the team was bad? Like, who knows? But yeah, no, I agree with you, sir. I agree with you, Bose Hose. There was a lot of, please be excited, as Square Enix once famously said. Please be excited. Mm-hmm. So you're not wrong at all. But thank you for writing in. We appreciate it. Call us out. I'm okay with that. Sometimes you gotta do that. Call me out. All right. There is no Metacritic check-in this week because there's nothing really coming out. So we're skipping that. Instead, we're going to go directly to the Steam Winter Sale. And I've got a series of recommendations if you're looking to spend very low amounts of money on the Steam Winter Sale.
Just be careful because those low amounts add up quick.
They do. Yeah, be careful. Pick and choose. Pick and choose. So I'm going to write them all down here on the screen so that you can see them and see if you have any particular ones that you want to check out. So first of all, Darksiders 3 is only $3.99. These are Canadian prices, by the way, so sorry for our American listeners. Green Hell, the survival crafting game that everyone says is really difficult, but really fun if you're into that kind of crafting game. It's only $2.49. That's a steal. Dead Island 2 is only $4.99. That's a steal. Jedi Survivor, which is the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, is $10.49. That's a good deal. Outer Worlds, the first one, is $7.49. Pretty good deal on that one for the Fallout fans. That's a good game to get. Sons of the Forest, or The Forest 2, is down at $9.29. Good deal for those that like The Forest. I know Andrew doesn't like this next game, but it has redeemable qualities. Detroit, Become Human, is only $3.99. Can't go wrong with that, right? Can't go wrong with that.
Yes.
Valheim. It is still in early access, but it's normally, I think, $25. Is on for $10, $9.99. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, my personal favorite Assassin's Creed game, is only $8.99. Definitely worth checking out if you like open world action adventure games, action RPGs. This one was surprising. The Dead Space remake on sale for only $8.99. It's one of the best horror games of all time. How could you go wrong with that one? This one, not many have played, but Dredge. It's a little indie game about a fishing boat that I played and really, really liked. It's only $9.99. Definitely worth checking out. Resident Evil 7, as Andrew alluded to, only $7.99. Crazy prices. This one I've talked about a lot as well. Inscription, which I always spell incorrectly. No, that's not right. Inscription. It's only $7.49. It's the card game. That's not a card game. Check it out. Don't look up anything about the game. Just play it. You won't regret it. It's amazing. The Tomb Raider reboot. The original Tomb Raider reboot of the they call it the Survivor trilogy now. There was Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This is the first one. It is a mind-boggling $2.
Wow.
Play that game. It's amazing. That was my game of the year when it came out. It was fantastic, and it's still great today. So highly recommend that. $2. Crazy. Celeste is on sale. $4.99. It's one of the best platformers of like the last 10 years, at least. It's amazing. I've talked about this one on the show before. Blasphemous. The amazing Metroidvania, Souls-like combat kind of game. Also a crazy price. $2.49. Amazing. I feel like I'm like working for Steam right now. Should I be a salesperson for them? Firewatch. Love that game. First person narrative adventure. Highly recommend. Super, super great. $3.99. I feel like such a punk with these prices because like I paid like I've played all of these except for Green Hell and I paid a lot more than these prices when they
probably
came
also
out.
bought them when they came out.
Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, probably most of them. Dungeon Defenders, a fantastic third-person tower defense RPG. Only $2.99. Crazy. Don't get Dungeon Defenders 2. It's an online-only bullshit microtransaction fest. Don't play it.
Ugh.
The first one is like an offline, up to 4-player co-op, amazing tower defense game. It's great. And then finally, I've talked about this game a lot on the show as well. Moonlighter is on sale for a brain-shattering $1.99. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me see if there's anything that I would recommend here. Obviously, I won't be able to put it up on the screen, but like people can hear my voice.
They can.
Let's see here. Let's see. Is there anything that stands out to me? From what, I didn't do any prep. I just literally booted up Steam this second. So
yeah, I went through the deep discounts under 10 and under 5 lists. I didn't go through the whole list because that would take probably like 10 years because their sales are so crazy. But I spent a good half an hour looking through it, and those are the big ones for me.
Is there like a recommended based on the games you play? So let's see what we got.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. There's also like a wish list one, and
the problem is it's not going to show me any games that I own.
No, yeah, it's not. Yeah, I had to go to the browse section and then put under $10 and under $5 in order to see. But these are great deals.
Let's see, where is that?
Oh god,
I'm at the just infinitely spawning new results. Browse.
Yeah,
I think it's at the top.
Yeah, either browse or you go search, and then one of the search parameters is like a price. You can just lower it to under 10 or under 5.
Discounts and events.
Oh, Sim31's in the chat. He reminds me that Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, two of the best turn-based RPGs of all time. Get both games for only $10.66 American. I think that is, because I don't think he converted it to.
God, there's no. The thing is, I can never. I see that like $10 and under thing all the time, but now that I want to see it, it's not like it usually just pops up as like one of the first things I see when I scroll down.
Yeah.
Now it's not showing up.
Well,
so, I don't know. Let me see if there's like. Can I go to like the store page of stuff that I own and see the price? No, here's one. Radiant Silvergun, which I talked about last week, is on sale for like $10.
Nice.
Actually, I also bought that.
No, there you go.
I was playing the Saturn version emulated. I just went and bought it.
Nice.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find some classic shooters that I like.
I wonder if the Hexen Heretic remaster went on sale.
Oh, let me check that.
Although it's on Game Pass, so. But if you don't have
store
Game Pass.
Page. It is on sale, but it's not a huge discount. So.
Yeah, I did find that there was a lot of like 10% discounts this year. I was like, those are kind of garbage.
I mean, that did come out pretty recently.
Yeah, well, it's also like a 25-year-old game. it's a little weird.
And I also got it for free because I already owned these games.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, and it's on Game Pass, so I think there's lots of ways to get it.
Yeah.
Well, if you find any throughout the show, let us know. Yeah, screenshot this page, people. My personal picks from this list is versus price. I would definitely go with Moonlighter. I mean, at $1.99, it's crazy. If you like tower
Cruelty
defense,
Squad is on sale for $6.83. That is a weird one though, and it's not for everybody.
Oh, well, there you go. Dungeon Defenders $2.99. You can't go wrong with that if you like tower defense. Blasphemous, if you like Metroidvania, is $2.49. You can't go wrong with that. The Tomb Raider reboot. I mean, if you missed that, $2. Like
Carrion's on sale for $5.19. That's 80% off. Play Carrion. That game's great.
Oh yeah, Carrion. Yeah. Play as the creature instead of the people killing the creature.
There's also Bloodstained, $12.74. Full disclosure, I was a Kickstarter backer on that game.
There you go.
Let's see. What about this one?
Also, remember, these are Canadian prices, folks. Canadian
it's
prices.
not a huge discount. That's all I got right now. That's all I got right now.
Okay. Yeah, great deals. I really do wish, like, do you know if there's a reason why Steam can do like discounts this deep versus PlayStation Store and Xbox? Because like they never go this cheap on PlayStation, not even remotely.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, I suppose Valve could like
Absorb some of it.
Publisher a whole bunch of money in exchange for something going on sale, but I don't know that they do that. That's just something that maybe they could do.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the actual reason is.
Yeah. Like Moonlighter for $1.99. Like how is anyone making money on that? Like it's just, I mean, you know, it's probably sold. All these games have sold through, you know, what they're going to sell probably already, but
it's for stuff that's probably like sold, you know, like crazy amounts already.
Yeah, it's dropped off. Significant. I mean, most of these games are from 2 years ago or more.
Well, yeah, I mean the Tomb Raider reboot's like a decade old, isn't it? Just about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did it come out like 8 years ago, I think?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, but like Jedi Survivor, that's not too old. Dead Island 2. I can't believe that Dead Island 2 is only $4.99, but Jedi Survivor is $10.49. That's weird. Because I think Dead Island is pretty new.
It's also up to the publisher.
Yeah,
because they have to set an agreed upon price. It's not like Valve can just sell somebody else's game for whatever they want.
I wonder. So Detroit Become Human, $3.99. I wonder if I went on the PlayStation Store and see what the price is. Because wouldn't you feel like completely betrayed as a PlayStation ecosystem fan if you found out that that game was $3.99 on PC, but on console it was like $30?
Yeah, but you have to remember it came out. Wasn't it exclusive to PlayStation originally? And also it came out like 6 years ago.
Oh no, I mean like today. Like if I was to go on the PlayStation Store right now, and it was like $30 versus $3.99 on PC,
let me be clear. You picked the worst possible example because I'm not even going to pay $3.99 for fucking.
Oh, it's not that bad. But like, I just, that's, you know, people should be rewarded for playing it on the platform that it was designed for. That's kind of my thought.
I really don't care. I will play it wherever I can get the best deal.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's move on to the news. We don't have a whole lot this week, but we have enough to talk about. So the first is Ghost of Tsushima studio Sucker Punch. Its co-founder Brian Fleming is stepping down. He's been at that studio for almost 30 years. According to a post from Sony,
been around for that long.
Yeah, man. According to a post from Sony on January 1st, Jason Connell and Adrian Bentley will step into Brian Fleming's former role as co-studio heads, with Nate Fox continuing his role as co-creative director alongside Connell, and Adrian also serving as technical director. Fleming first founded the studio in 1997 alongside Bruce Oberg, Daryl Plank, Tom and Kathy Saxton, and Chris Zimmerman following a stint at Microsoft. The group went on to start the Sly Cooper franchise, which Sony published. The two companies continued their publishing relationship into the Infamous series in 2009, and after the sequel Infamous 2 in 2011, Sony acquired Sucker Punch. Under Sony, the studio created Ghost of Tsushima in 2020, and most recently Ghost of Yotei this past October. With Fleming's departure, only Oberg and Zimmerman of the co-founders remain with the studio. Connell and Bentley are longtime Sucker Punch veterans. Connell joined the studio in 2010 as a lighting artist and worked his way up to a lighting director and eventually creative and art director, and recently co-creative director on the Ghost franchise. Bentley came to Sucker Punch as a programmer in 2004, fresh out of DigiPen Institute of Technology, and has worked there his entire career, moving up to become an engine programmer and later technical director. Fleming hands off Sucker Punch in what seems from the outside to be a pretty positive state. The studio's had multiple successful games, both critically and commercially, with Ghost of Yotei's recently reviewing well, including an 8 out of 10 from IGN, and selling 3.3 million copies as of November 2nd. An added new game plus mode was just released a few weeks ago, and it's unclear what Sucker Punch will work on next under Connell and Bentley, or if the Ghost franchise will continue, or something new is on the horizon for the studio. So yeah, thank you, Sir Brian Fleming, for all of the great stuff that Sucker Punch has produced
Does it say
over
that
the
he's
years.
retiring? Because if he's been around for 30 years, he might be close to retiring age.
Yeah, he might be. It doesn't specifically say. It just says he's handing over leadership. So I don't know what specifically that means. They haven't elaborated. Just that he's stepping down. So there it is.
Well, that's quite a tenure.
Yeah, tell me about it. That doesn't happen very often in the games industry.
No.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Sucker Punch does next. I still haven't played Ghost of Yotei. It's on my to-do list. But I kind of want them to try something new. I like how creative they are, and I kind of want to see what they would do with a new IP. So we'll see. We have a potentially final update on an ongoing story that we've been covering for several months now, I want to say.
Okay.
Sony and Tencent have quietly agreed on a confidential settlement as Horizon Zero Dawn clone game Light of Motrium has disappeared from Steam and Epic Games Store. Tencent's upcoming post-apocalyptic world adventure Light of Motrium, widely criticized for being a clone of Horizon Zero Dawn, has disappeared from Steam and Epic Games Store. You may recall that Sony was suing Tencent over the project, which it had officially dubbed a slavish Horizon Zero Dawn copy via a copyright lawsuit filed in a California court at the end of July. Sony's argument outlined numerous similarities and compared various marketing screenshots from both games, as well as their descriptions. We know all of this already. We've been through the comparisons and all that kind of stuff. By the way, this is Horizon Forbidden West, just to be clear. This is not Light of Motrium. So the bitter battle between them seems to have come to an end. As spotted by The Verge, new court papers filed yesterday, which as of this writing was December 17th, show both parties have reached a confidential settlement that appears to have ended Sony's lawsuit and Tencent's countersuit. All parties are reportedly responsible for their own court fees and costs. Without publicly sharing the terms of the deal, it's not possible to know how it all ended, although the disappearance of Light of Motrium is a fairly significant clue. The original URLs to both storefronts now redirect to each site's respective landing pages, and there's been no formal update from Tencent on the game's date. It seems unlikely that we'll see it again, and almost certainly not in its present form.
Yeah, my best guess, based on that, and obviously this is purely speculation, because none of the details have been released, but I would say that they're probably not going to move forward with that title.
No. They're either going to scrap it and rework it, or they're just scrapping it.
I don't think they'll completely scrap it. I think they'll massively rework it, which is just what they should have done in the first place.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I remember them originally coming out and defending themselves, and then Sony came back and listed all of this stuff, and then they never said anything. And then all of a sudden, it's gone. So, yeah, maybe don't straight up copy someone's work. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Seems like a bad idea. You know. So, congratulations to Sony on defending your IP. Good stuff. Can't wait for Horizon 3 whenever that arrives. My guess, honestly, is that Horizon 3 is probably going to be a PS6 launch title. That seems to be around the time frame that it would arrive. So we'll see. All right, next up, for adult audiences only, this is the Divinity trailer. Yeah. So this is a deep dive. Some of it is a little hyperbolic, but we're gonna go through it here. So, as of the writing of this article, the news broke that Larian Studios, developer of Baldur's Gate 3 and the upcoming just announced Divinity, is apparently using generative AI behind the scenes for things like concept art and placeholder text. The backlash had been swift and loud from the gaming community, and now Larian founder and game director Sven Vink, I think that's how you say his last name, is responding to clarify his remarks, affirming that Larian is neither releasing a game with any AI components, nor are we looking at trimming down teams to replace them with AI, and that AI is something we are constantly discussing internally through the lens of making everyone's working day better, not worse. The original news came from a Bloomberg interview with Vink. In it, Vink admits that Larian is pushing hard on generative AI, even though it hasn't led to big gains in efficiency. Specifically, the studio is using the technology to explore ideas, flesh out PowerPoint presentations, weird, develop concept art, and write placeholder texts. Fink reassures that there won't be any AI-generated content in the final version of Divinity. Quote, everything is human actors, we're writing everything ourselves, but it sounds like this approach isn't going over smoothly with everyone. Bloomberg's piece acknowledges that some internally at Larian have pushed back, though Vink says, I think at this point everyone at the company is more or less okay with the way that we're using it. This news has not gone...
I don't know. I think they may have given up, feeling that their pleas are falling upon deaf ears.
It could be. This news hasn't gone over super well with the community, though. On BlueSky, Larian is being lambasted by a number of individuals across the game development community, including some former Larian employees. Quote, consider my feedback. I loved working at Larian until AI, writes a former Larian environmental artist. Reconsider and change your direction like yesterday. Show your employees some respect. They are world-class and do not need AI assistance to come up with amazing ideas. The Divinity and Baldur's Gate 3 communities have a somewhat more divided reaction, with some defending its use for concepting, though there's still a significant amount of backlash. A few commenters have pointed out that games such as The Altars suffered from significant fan anger over discovered generative AI use, but are willing to forgive Larian for the same offense. However, in response to this backlash, Vink has issued a lengthy follow-up response as follows. We've been continuously increasing our pool of concept artists, writers, and storytellers, are actively putting together writer rooms, casting and recording performances from actors, and hiring translators. Since concept art is being called out explicitly, we have 23 concept artists and have job openings for more. These artists are creating concept art day in, day out for ideation and production use. Everything we do is incremental and aimed at having people spend more time creating. Any ML tool used well is an additive to the creative team or individual's workflow, not a replacement for their skill or craft. We are researching and understanding the cutting edge of ML as a tool set for creatives to use and see how it can make their day-to-day lives easier, which will let us make better games. We are neither releasing a game with any AI components, nor are we looking at trimming down teams to replace them with AI. While I understand it's a subject that invokes a lot of emotion, it's something we're constantly discussing internally through the lens of making everyone's day better, not worse. People still were coming at him, and he basically snapped at people for some of the things that people were accusing them of, with obviously.
So so number one, they never should have done that shit in the first place, and they're rightfully getting shit on for it. Number two, once he made that statement, he should back away, because anything he says after that is just gonna, it's just gonna dig the hole deeper. Yeah. Also, what the fuck do you mean you're using AI to write placeholder text? You know what perfectly good placeholder text is? The word placeholder text. So that you can immediately see that it's placeholder text and it doesn't accidentally get included in the final product.
Well, he did say that it is not increasing efficiency so far.
Yeah, I bet, because people then have to go through all the placeholder text and check, was this written by ChatGPT or was it written by one of us? When if it just says placeholder text, they immediately know, that's got to be replaced.
Maybe.
I would say that it's creating more work.
Potentially. I mean, I'll go on. So the post read. So he made another post because he was getting annoyed. His post reads, "Holy fuck, guys! We're not pushing hard for or replacing artists with AI. We have a team of 72 artists, of which 23 are concept artists, and we are hiring more. The art they create is original, and I'm very proud of what they do. I was asked explicitly about concept art and our use of Gen AI. I answered that we use it to explore things. I didn't say we use it to develop concept art. The artists do that, and they are indeed world-class artists. We use AI tools to..."
That's the whole point. It's like to say we have world-class artists, but then say, but we also use generative AI. Is like, okay, well, if they're really world-class, you wouldn't need it, right? So do you have faith in your artists?
I don't know.
Your actions don't reflect the words that you're saying contradict one another.
Well, it depends. It It depends because he does have some good points here that he hasn't made yet. So he goes on to say we use AI tools to explore references just like we use Google and art books. At the very early ideation stages, we use it as a rough outline for composition, which we replace with original concept art. There is no comparison. I talked about how we use ML here if you'd like to know more, which he links to a GameSpot article. And then he says, we've hired creatives for their talent, not for their ability to do what a machine suggests, but they can experiment with these tools to make their lives easier. And he followed up afterwards. Where is this post here? So it was about a week later. So he says, it's been a week since we announced Divinity, and a lot has become lost in translation. Larian's DNA is agency. Everything we work towards is to benefit our teams, games, and players, a better workday and a better game. Our successes come from empowering people to work in their own way and bring the best out of their skill and craft so that we can make the best RPGs we can possibly make. In that context, it would be irresponsible for us not to evaluate new technologies. However, our processes are always evolving, and where they are not efficient or fail to align with who we are, we make changes. To give you more insight, we're going to do an AMA featuring our different departments after the holiday break, in which you'll get the opportunity to ask us any questions you have about Divinity and our development process directly. So,
Yeah, well,
they're being pretty open about it.
Yeah, but here's what I have to say about that. So he's like, it would be stupid not to at least look at everything, every new technology that comes along. And I agree, it would be stupid not to at least find out what it's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you know that, you make the decision, is this right for us? Is this a good choice or is it a bad one?
Mm-hmm.
And that former employee said that they enjoyed working at Larian until AI came along. So it sounds to me like they decided to use it and not everybody was on board with that. That doesn't sound like they're making it the best, for their team, like he says. Somebody says that he stopped enjoying that job when AI was
sure, but does one person's comment represent the whole studio?
I mean, if that person was an artist and it was bad enough that it made them stop enjoying their job, I'm betting there are a lot of other people who feel that way and are afraid to speak up about it because they might be afraid that it would compromise their job security. I mean, I don't know for a fact that there would be, but people are afraid to speak up against their employers.
Oh, for
they
sure.
don't want to give anyone a reason to fire them.
For sure. But I mean, they're being pretty open. They're going to do an AMA. I'm actually interested in.
Yeah, but just because you can ask them anything doesn't mean they'll answer everything.
I mean, they can't answer everything. There's going to be like 70,000 people at that AMA.
Sure, but maybe they'll pass up on the hard questions and just take the softball ones.
Maybe, or maybe they won't.
We won't know until we see what it is. But it's like, just saying that doesn't mean like, oh yeah, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because they said that they'll take questions. They didn't say no questions are off the table.
No,
or that we're not going to ignore any of them.
I do think that anyone who thinks that we're not going to have AI in game development is fooling themselves. Like, it's going to happen whether people like it or not at this point.
Of course it's going to happen. But here's the thing. I'm not going to pay money for it. I'm not going to pay money for something that was made by a computer.
Well, he specifically says that there will not be any AI created anything in their games.
Yeah, and that's where you, like, if it doesn't end up in the final product, then there's no way to know. I mean, unless somebody comes out and says it like this. But, like, we've already had games get sold that had AI-generated content in them, right? And in some cases, it's been patched out. Mm-hmm. Like, there was that Jurassic Park park building game, the
Evolution,
Jurassic World Evolution, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but, like, unless every single thing in there, unless I can reasonably believe that everything in there is made by a person, like, if you've got dinosaur images that are created by, like, Stable Diffusion or something, why the fuck would I pay for that when I could just go to any of these, like, millions of AI image generator websites? Don't even need to install it on my own system. I could just go to any of these and say, oh, generate me a picture of a dinosaur at like a dinosaur zoo, and be like, boom, there, look at me, I'm a game developer. Why would I pay for this stuff if I could just make it myself? You know what I mean?
Yeah, No, I agree. I agree with that.
Like if I go to a restaurant and I order food and they serve me a TV dinner, I'm not fucking paying for it.
Oh no, for
You
sure.
know, I
But I
expect it
think
to be
people
made.
are confusing those two things. You know, they're acting and they're attacking him as if the game is going to have AI generated stuff in
Yeah,
it.
but it shouldn't be involved at any step of the creative process because it's such an insult to
Mm.
the team to say, "Oh, we got all these world class artists. Oh, but we're still going to use generative art anyway." It's like, well, then why the fuck do you need it if they're world class? Come on.
I mean, the artists there don't have to use it. What's forcing them to use it?
I mean, we don't know what the conditions at that company are. And yeah, maybe nobody's forced to use it. But there are plenty of places that I've like and not just in the game industry. There are plenty of places in the tech industry in all sectors where people are really being pressured by the brass to use AI even
Oh,
when
for
they
sure.
don't want to.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
and I'm telling you that if I worked at it as an artist, like if I spent years learning how to draw or paint or whatever, and I went to work at a company to do art for them, and then they said, "Oh, that's great, but you could also use this computer program to do the work instead." I'd be so fucking insulted and pissed off at them. Like, what did I go through all of that for? Just so you could say, okay, but you don't actually need to do any of that stuff you spent years learning to do because you can just
Hmm.
push a button and the computer will do it for you.
I agree. It's a
I'd be
slippery
pissed.
slope. Um, I don't think they've earned the attack at all that's been thrust
I
upon
think
them.
if there's any generative AI at your company, I think there's reason to be suspect of
Sure to be suspect, but I
all
mean,
of it.
like these people are like lambasting this guy, like
I mean,
over a
I
couple of
would be if I
comments, and
was
they don't
on.
even work at the company. Like if you work at the company, say everything you want, but none of these people work
Well,
at the
you
company. They're
can't
taking
because you'd
two
be afraid of
sentences from a
you'd be
guy's
afraid of losing
interview.
your job.
No, no, no. But like the people that are attacking, I don't care about the people that work for them. They can handle themselves. That's they're adults. They can do their own shit, right? But the people that are attacking the company and Vink over two sentences, I find that outrage culture bullshit. I just do. You can call them
I think
out and question them. That's fine, but don't fucking attack them like they're evil. You know, you
I
just
mean, I
played
think
Baldur's Gate 3, which was the game of the year, sold bajillions and millions of copies, and they were using generative AI at that time.
yeah, but
So,
nobody knew about it
oh, okay. So if they disclose it, no one's going to buy your shit. So then why does anyone have any reason to disclose that they're using it?
because
You see what I mean? Like,
that's
there's a, there,
fucking lying. Do you want the game
sure,
developers to just lie to you?
sure, but like, so you either commit suicide by saying we're using AI, or you don't use it at all, and you get left behind because God knows every other developer is probably going to be using it.
Listen,
Like,
the game industry has done incredibly well without generative AI up to this
sure,
point. There's no reason that it needs it to survive.
I
This idea that
completely disagree with that. Completely
no,
disagree. Why do
no,
we have 7-year development cycles? Because the games are
it's
getting too
I,
big. They need help.
that's that has nothing to generative AI is not going to fix that. Right? You can't generate
Uh,
a fucking game engine. You can't generate,
no.
solutions to all the bugs. Like
But like
that is
people are
so
attacking Unreal Engine 5 users now because there's AI in it. So people should just not use that engine now
they
because
shouldn't
it
use
uses
the AI
AI.
parts of it.
It's entirely AI based. Watch the presentation. It's entirely AI based. In order to create, do you know why the environments look as good as they do? Because it's generative. It's there's nobody going in there penciling every pixel. It's generative AI. That's why it looks so similar on so many games that used Unreal Engine 5. That's why the
And
environments look so amazing.
maybe you
Well,
shouldn't use it if it makes every game look the same.
I mean, that's up to the individual developer. I mean, Unreal Engine 4 did the same thing. You could tell an Unreal Engine 4 game a mile away because it's the same
Also,
engine, but
are you sure that it's generative AI and not
Mhm.
procedural generation? Because those are two different things.
Why?
Why? Because generative AI is trained based on imagery that has almost always been stolen from people, which is another reason why I hate that shit. And procedural generation is saying, here's a math equation to generate a pattern.
Mhm.
You know, it's like generating a
Well,
fractal pattern.
you'd have to ask the people attacking the Expedition 33 people, because they're using an Unreal Engine 5 and they're claiming that it is an AI generated game that won 11 Game Awards.
Yeah, just because it wins award doesn't mean that it's above scrutiny.
No, I completely agree, but they all played it, they all loved it, and they all voted for it. And now that it's won, now they're attacking it. It just
No, people were attacking it before. The
Expedition 33.
Yeah, the news that they'd used generative AI came out before that.
I
It
don't know
was
about
only
that.
for a few. Yeah, dude, you
Why
can
didn't
go and
we didn't
you
cover it
can
on the
go and look
show?
it up. We didn't just because we didn't cover it on the show doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Well, I'm gonna look this up.
They
Expedition
disclosed
33
that
AI use.
that there was generated images, and it was very minor, and I forget if it actually made it into the final game or not. But like it was like in a poster or a newspaper or something, like a little detail that I don't even know if it made it into the final game. But yeah, people were upset about that. They didn't go around, you know. Uh,
Attacking it until it won awards. That's what I mean.
well,
It's
it did.
that's outrage culture. It's outrage culture. Oh, it won 11
You
awards and it uses AI. You didn't have a
you
problem with it
this
until it won awards.
No,
Like,
people, that's ridiculous. People are allowed to
um,
be outraged about stuff if something is outrageous. And I think it's outrageous that an industry that is built entirely upon creativity and the creativity of so many amazing people is going to utilize tools to take that element out of it. It's not creative if a computer fucking generates it based on stolen work from other people. All right? That's fucking bullshit. And I think it's totally legit to be outraged about that shit. Is it the way of the future? Are people going to say we got to use it now? Maybe. That doesn't mean I got to like it. And if that's the way that the industry is going, maybe we just won't fucking play video games anymore, because I'm not going to pay money for shit that isn't made by human beings. Okay? If it can be
but
made
those
by a
people are not
computer,
saying that though. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone's saying the final product is AI generated, and it's not. They
no, nobody
used
is
it
saying
as
that.
a they
Nobody
used it.
is saying that the entire nobody is saying that the entire game is AI generated. Nobody wants it at all in any part of it. I don't see why that's so hard for you to understand.
I understand
Because
it. I just think it's nonsense. Why can't we use it as a concept? Why can't we use it as a generative idea builder? Why can't we do that?
you can, but it's like I already said, it's fucking insulting to your artists. Have some fucking respect for your artists who worked so damn hard to get good at their jobs. You know? Don't
So then
fucking
don't
bring
use
in a
the
computer.
tool. Like, just so
Yeah,
don't
that's
use
what
the
I'm
tool then.
saying.
But the
Don't
artist has that
don't even make it an
decision.
option. It's
I,
it's
I
just it's bullshit. It's total
it's
bullshit. Fuck Larian.
I will still buy their product.
No,
You
fuck
know.
him.
See,
Fuck any
you're
fuck any
cast.
publisher.
You see, you're doing the outrage culture thing. You're
I'm fucking
casting
out.
you're
No, I'm
casting
not doing.
doubt on
No,
them
listen. You
immediately. You
listen
said
to
fuck
me.
Larian. You said fuck
Yeah,
Larian.
I did.
But you haven't even heard their explanation yet.
You just read their fucking explanation to
And
me.
I
The
said they're
guy
going to
said
have
we
an
have.
ask me anything. And so you've
I don't
already
need to
cast
ask
doubt
him
on that.
anything. He
Right.
has
See,
already said
that's
enough for me to be pissed off at him. He said that he has world class artists, but also that we use generative AI. That he is a liar. He basically saying that he doesn't have faith in his artists. He hasn't said that literally, but his
no, he
actions
hasn't.
prove yes. Yes, if you have absolute faith in your artists, if you believe they are world class, you will let them do their jobs and you will not say, here is a tool to do your job for you. You will say, you produce the very
Who
best
says he
work.
said that though?
Because
Nobody.
that's,
He said,
that,
here's a tool you can use. That doesn't
oh,
mean you have to use it. He didn't go in and say, all right,
even
everybody, you
offer
can't
it.
use Photoshop. You got to use Gemini. Like,
Even offer it is
ugh.
an insult.
So then feel
Okay?
insulted and go to another company. Like, that's
Because
their
everybody
right.
just has the financial stability to do that? No. People
Well,
can't just up and go to a new job. People have got bills to pay.
well, I don't know what to
Oh,
tell
so
you. Like, if you can't leave, then you
you
have to
want
work
to
for the
know
man.
why I'm outraged? It's because of this. It's because it's like, oh, well, you'll either suck it up and deal with this, or you'll be out of a job. That's what's outraging about it.
I mean,
The
they're not
fact
going
that
to, I
you're
mean, it's your choice for who you work for. It really is. Like,
Yeah, but nobody came to this company thinking,
no,
oh
I
yeah,
agree.
in 10 years there's going to be this thing called Stable Diffusion that they're going to use. Nobody who worked on Baldur, because that game was in development forever. This generative AI shit didn't exist when that game began development. Nobody started work at that company being like, oh yeah, I know what I'm getting into. I know that this is going to be a thing.
I agree with that.
All right.
Of course, but technology's
Like,
changed all the time.
yeah, technologies change all the time, but this is a technology that's based on theft.
Yeah, I guess that's the
It produce
controversy, right?
it produces inferior results to what human artists can do. It's based on theft, and it's an insult to say, "Oh, you spent years honing your craft. Here's a thing that can do it for you in like a minute." And it's like, "Oh, but there's six fingers, you know, or the character's hair bleeds into their ear or something." Like, fuck that.
I guess I just don't see what the difference between that and procedural generation is. Because the procedural
Because
generation
procedural,
is doing work for you too. It's a tool.
yeah, but there's a difference between a tool being part of your workflow and something just producing the final result for you. Like
It's not
a
the final
tool
result.
is
Don't say that. It's not the final result. I haven't said that. That's a lie. Don't say that. That's what I don't like about people who attack Larian. It's not the final result. They've specifically said it's not the final result.
yeah, but
It's a
even
tool.
then, like saying, "Oh well, it's we use them for iterating on design." So what? My art wasn't good enough. You have to use it as the base. You have to tell Stable Diffusion, "Oh, generate based on this," and oh, that'll make it better.
Well, I guess we'll find out at the Ask Me Anything. Like, we need more information. I think making the assumption that they're replacing artists and they're
Well,
replacing all this
I'm
stuff
not. I'm
is.
not saying that they're replacing artists.
So they're replacing art, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're replacing the artistry.
I think it's not a black and white situation. I think it is a gray situation, and
It's a gray situation, maybe, but it's a shade of gray that I fucking hate.
that's fair. People can hate it all they want.
Yeah, and
But
that's. But you're also saying like, oh, it's outrage culture. It's like you're
it
basically like
is
saying,
because
oh,
no one's going
no,
gray.
no,
Everyone's going black or white. It's just like politics. No one's going
no,
in
no,
the
no.
middle and going
People
look at
are
the
allowed to
positives.
hate things that they hate. Okay,
But
people are allowed to be angry.
hate's not good.
People are like
Hate's bad.
people are allowed to.
Hate's
Oh,
bad.
so we shouldn't hate Nazis then, huh?
Okay,
Yeah, I went
now you're
there.
going overboard. Now you're going overboard.
Fucking Godwin's law, right from the get go.
Yeah. Well, it's gray. It's gray, and
People
I don't like
people
when
are
people go black
allowed
and
to
white.
be angry about shit that pisses
Sure,
them off, and this is shit that pisses me off. I'm
sure,
not doing this as some kind of performative thing to win good boy points on the internet. I'm doing this because
sure.
I'm genuinely pissed off about it. I'm making it known because I have this platform.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
there's a dozen people who come to listen to us every week.
Yeah,
My platform is tiny, but I have it, and
yeah.
it would be incredibly irresponsible of me, who as someone who feels this way, to not use this platform
Oh no, I
to
agree.
talk about something in this industry that means a lot to me, and this means a lot to me.
No, I agree. I just don't like when someone takes a stance without all of the information. That I don't like. I don't like it.
I mean, you'll never know every single piece of information. You'll never
And
know
that's fine.
absolutely
That's
everything.
true. That is absolutely true. Unless you are him, you're not going to know everything. Even if he has this Ask Me Anything, you're not going to know everything. But taking aside with this belief that you know what they're doing
I
without
mean,
the information, I don't like it.
they've based on the amount of information that they've already given us.
Which is
I
two
can say that
sentences.
yeah, but there's two sentences that piss me off. If
Mm.
if somebody gave you two sentences and they said, "I hate black people and also I hate Jews," would you say, that person sounds like they might be a racist, but I only have two sentences to base. Like, of course you would. Like, there's sometimes two sentences is enough information. Okay,
I don't think he would be defending himself if they were doing what people are accusing him of. That's my thought.
as somebody who is the head of a company, I'm pretty sure he'd be fucking defending himself.
Well, yeah. He should be, especially
Like,
if people are accusing him of
it's in
wrong
his
things.
it's in his financial interest to
Well, yeah,
defend
of course.
himself, whether what he's doing is right or wrong.
Sure. But again, that's speculation. It's not facts. It's
It
not.
might be facts, and based on the information we're given, it sounds like it's the case.
It
Now,
sounds like. I agree.
yeah,
It
the thing
sounds
is,
like.
here's the thing. If they had more information to give us, that would make us go, "Oh, that's the case. Well, then that's not bad." I think they would have given us that information to stop people from attacking them. They would have used that information as a defense. The fact that they haven't leads me to believe that there isn't anything that would make us go, "Oh yeah, that's okay."
So then they're just doing the AMA to lie more?
I think they're. I mean, honestly, I hope I'm wrong. I think they're just going to answer the softball questions and leave all the hard stuff ignored. You know, having an ask me anything session is a great way to say, oh, we're being open and transparent. But at the end, if you don't actually answer any of the hardball questions that call
Sure, I agree with
into,
that. I agree with that.
then yeah.
But
So
we can't make it. We can't make a judgment until that comes, in my opinion.
No, but you could still be pissed off about shit that pisses you off.
Sure. What if you find out that it's just for PowerPoint presentations and it's optional use?
Well, if I found out it was just for PowerPoint presentations, I think I'd be more confused than anything.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, you also expressed confusion.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand what that is. I can use Canva.
Yeah, if they're just using it for PowerPoint presentations, like I still don't like that. But like,
why are you doing that?
it would probably be the least bad. I wouldn't be this upset about it because I guarantee they're not fucking wasting their artists' time coming up with original art that's only going to be used in a PowerPoint presentation.
No,
and is never used anywhere in the game.
No, I agree.
So
it is weird that they're using it for PowerPoint.
If it's just for PowerPoint, then I guess my response will be that's really fucking weird and kind of pointless, but at least they're not using it directly on game development. I would still be upset about it, but I would be like, well, it's about the least harmful way you could use it, I guess. Yeah. I wouldn't be happy, but I would at least I would not be incendiary with rage. But if that is the case, great. You know, if it turns out that they used it like once or twice and they were like, oh, you know what, we don't like it. Or if the response to this convinces them to stop using it, great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you never know.
But
I'd be interested to see like what specifically they're using. You know what I mean?
I'd be very interested to see what specifically they're using.
Like not
I want to know how angry I need to be about this.
Like I'm curious what specifically they're using it, what specifically they're using it for, you know, specifics. I'm interested in facts. Although he said it's not coming until after the holiday.
Yeah, I imagine they don't want to have that stress. Like that I totally understand. Nobody wants to carry
they probably don't have time anyway.
Well, they probably don't have time, and also they're going to get browbeaten really hard in that, and nobody wants to carry that into the holidays. So I can understand them just being like, "Fuck it, we'll worry about it in the new year." Yeah, that is totally understandable. But like again, the really easy way to have avoided all of this was to just not use it. You got by without using it before. You know?
Well,
like it's not like you're saying, oh, you can't use computers or you have to perpetually develop on the Xbox 360 and never anything else. It's like it's a fucking bubble industry that is at some point going to pop. I mean, there's no way that this kind of growth is sustainable. It never is.
No.
You know, the insane amounts of money that people are putting into this. It's going to burst worse than that guy's blister just did. Like, it's going to happen. Now, is it going to go away entirely, or is it just going to kind of level out? I have no idea. But it's so fucking stupid to go all in on these tech trends.
My assumption is that the same thing's going to happen to gaming that happened to movies, which is they're going to have to cut down on budgets. Like they're just going to have to. They have no choice.
I mean, that AI or not, that's going to have to happen because they're becoming unsustainable.
I mean, I think I've talked about this before. I don't think I've talked about it on Press Pause before, but have you ever
I mean, we've
noticed?
talked about it in some form or another plenty of times. Is that games cost so much that
Oh no,
their
yeah, yeah.
sales expectations are insanely high, and almost nothing ever reaches that. If you
No,
have
we've
to
talked
sell
about that.
20 million copies to turn a profit, then your
Then you
game
spent
is
too
too
much.
expensive to make. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we talked about that before, but one thing I talk to family about quite often is: have you ever noticed how bad movie AI or not movie AI movie CGI is
The
getting?
CGI is.
Yeah, because they can't afford it anymore. It's too
Well,
expensive.
because they're using it for so much. Well, if do you ever pay attention to the credits? You see how many visual effects
Oh,
houses are involved in
it's
movies
fucking
now?
crazy.
Like back 25 years ago, it was one, maybe two special effects studios. Now there's like five on every movie. And
Yeah,
even if it's not a very effects heavy movie, it's because they use it for everything. And
yeah,
they don't have the fucking time to fully commit to it because they say, here's our visual effects budget, you get this. And if that's enough to buy a year of work, then you got to do it within a year. And if it's going to take 3 years to make these effects look good, fuck it. Just make them as good as you can in a year.
yeah. They're looking pretty bad recently.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of
Yeah.
movies and I'm like, that looks
Every almost
worse than
every
it was
shot
15 years ago.
almost every shot in a lot of movies has CGI now. I mean, the
Oh,
fucking Avengers Endgame, you know that scene where they're walking up to the time machine and they got those cool time suits
yeah,
on?
yeah, yeah. That was a
Suits
whole
don't
blue screen,
exist.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a blue screen set that even those
yeah,
suits aren't real. Those suits are CGI superimposed on them. You know
yeah.
why? Because visual effects isn't unionized, but costume and tailoring is.
No,
So it's cheaper to.
that's why I like Mandalorian. Have you seen the way they do Mandalorian?
Yeah, yeah, they use the
The
fucking OLED wall.
Yeah, the 360 OLED wall, and they put
Yeah,
real things in. That's sick.
yeah,
I
that's
love
cool as
that.
shit.
Yeah, I wish they would do
So
that more
great.
often. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, well,
it's a
the thing
compromise
is,
between CGI and real
yeah,
effects.
it's great because well, the other thing is that it actually lights the scene. You don't have to
Yeah,
you don't have to
yeah,
worry about green screen lighting, bouncing back and making everything in the scene look green. It
yeah.
lights the scene because it's a screen.
Realistically too.
So if,
Yeah,
yeah, so if there's fire on your virtual screen background, it casts orange light in the scene. Yeah,
yeah,
it's great. The
yeah.
only problem with that is you can't just set it up anywhere. Like it's not like a green
No,
screen that you can just unfurl and
you have
have
to
in your
have a
bedroom.
studio. Yeah,
It's a whole studio that needs to be specially designed for it
yeah,
because it's a giant series of walls of OLED panels. It's
yeah.
very expensive
Gorgeous
and
though.
it's very delicate, but God does it look good.
Oh, it looks sick. I love Mandalorian for that.
Also, the Mandalorian specifically, because his armor is all chrome and
Oh
shiny,
yeah.
all the green screen that you would need to digitally
Oh
paint out after the fact.
yeah,
Oh God, that would be because that's a thing that they have to do is it's not
yeah,
just making like CGI monsters, it's also painting out reflections of the camera in a mirror or
yeah.
something like that, right? And if your entire body, like if you're basically wearing a mirrored suit, holy shit.
And it
Like they're
looks
still
great
gonna
with
have to.
the LED lights
Yeah,
reflecting off of it.
yeah. They're
Yeah.
still gonna have to paint out like the camera if it shows up in his reflection, but at least they don't
No.
need to paint out the green screen as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great technology. Fucking use that.
Yeah. 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 What did I watch recently? I watched was that the Rock movie, the Jungle one? Jungle Cruise.
Oh, not Jumanji,
No, no, fuck no. I'm not watching
the
that
other
trash.
jungle movie
Yeah,
with The
no.
Rock.
Yeah, Jungle Cruise. And it was like I swear 95% AI or no, I keep saying AI.
I don't think I've
CGI.
even heard of that one.
Jungle Cruise? Yeah, it's a Disney movie that they made off of the ride. They were like, "Hey, this is a ride that's been at Disney World for
Oh,
50 years. Let's make a movie out of it."
so it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, where it's based on the ride or
Yeah,
the Haunted
yeah.
Mansion.
Except nowhere near as
Yeah,
good.
yeah, okay.
It was garbage. It was a garbage movie.
Yeah,
And
Pirates of the Caribbean was kind of a like lightning in a
oh
bottle
yeah.
sort of situation because
Well, the
the
first
Haunted
one was.
Mansion. Well, yeah, the first one was
Yeah.
because the Haunted Mansion was not Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, no, they haven't made another good like ride film since Pirates.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even the follow ups to Pirates they went
Yeah, like
downhill
the second
slowly.
one is okay and the third
Yeah.
one is okay, but after that it's like they should have ended it after
The
because
fourth one
I'm
is
okay
so bad. Oh my
I'm
god.
okay if the follow-up sequels aren't quite as good because like they're never going to be as original as the original. And that movie just came out of nowhere and was so great, and
It
it
was
just
great.
kind of blew everyone away.
Dun-dun-dun,
Um,
dun-dun-dun.
so the standards are set higher for the second and third, so they're going to be judged harsher.
Yeah.
Um, the second and third ones are fine. They're not bad. They're not as great as the first, but they're fine. But all the ones after that are just like, why?
I
Why?
They unfortunately suffered from the Matrix syndrome, which was like they made the Matrix and didn't really think that it would make enough money to have a sequel, and
Yeah,
then they're like,
is a
oh
nearly
fuck,
perfect movie.
yeah, and then they're like, oh fuck, we got to make two more. So it feels like one movie and then two movies. That's what Pirates
Yeah,
feels like. It feels like one movie and then two movies. It's
yeah, and
very
especially
weird.
because Reloaded and Revolutions are basically one movie split
Yeah.
into two parts.
Yep.
Have you seen Matrix Resurrection?
Yeah.
I
It's
liked
fine.
it.
It's fine.
It's not as good as the original.
No,
But
not even close.
I once read on social media, and I forget who said this, and I apologize that I can't credit you, but there was one of those, you know how people do those things where they like ask a question and then people like quote it with an answer. It's basically engagement bait. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
somebody did that. It was, what's a movie that hates itself? And somebody quoted that with the Matrix
Revolutions.
Resurrections, and I
Oh,
was like,
Resurrections. Yeah.
you're so right.
Yeah.
That is a movie that hates itself.
Yeah.
Because like they call out Warner Brothers in the movie because they're like, oh, the publisher of the Matrix video game that you made, which is definitely a video game and not the things that happened to you
Yeah.
before we wiped your memory.
It was a little
Our
meta.
publisher is Warner Brothers Interactive, and they're making a new one whether we're involved or not, which is what they were going to do with the fourth Matrix movie, whether one of the Wachowskis got involved or not.
Yeah.
So one of the Wachowskis got involved and said, okay, I'll make your movie.
Yeah. They said they were going to make 4, 5, and 6. Well,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
think
know about that.
I don't know about
But
that.
they come in, and the fourth movie spends like the first half of it just basically shitting on the idea that this movie even exists.
Exists. Yeah.
I love and respect it for that. As a movie, without that, whatever, it's fine.
It's a fine
fine.
action movie, and its
So
story
it's a
is weird.
totally fine movie.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the original.
No,
It's fine.
it's a fine
But
movie
with
that I'll never watch again.
with that meta, oh, it's good.
It's funny.
The meta helps it a lot.
For sure.
But if you don't understand that, if you don't have context for that, it's completely lost, and the movie isn't as good.
No, not even close.
I will always respect the hell out of that movie for doing that, because that takes balls.
Yep. But yeah, just like movies, games are gonna have to figure out how to get cheaper. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they need to figure it out because, like you said, the bubble's going to burst. Like you can't have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year development cycles. You just can't.
Yeah.
You can't have one game a generation. Like,
How is anybody supposed to get experience if it takes like 5 years to make a single game?
yeah, it's
You know, how are you supposed to develop a resume?
Yep. They either have.
I mean, I think the answer is smaller scale games. This idea that everything needs to get bigger in scope and bigger in scale, I think it's totally misguided. Just because
I
you
agree.
can make something bigger doesn't mean you need to. I
No.
mean, people still fucking love Tetris. That's one of the simplest games ever. People still play the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
Like you have the technology so that if you want to do something massive, like a Skyrim style open world game with 10 bajillion hours of content, you can do that, but know that it's going to take you a long time to make. Or you can make a smaller scale, more focused game that's not infinitely replayable, but can be developed in half the time for a quarter of the cost.
Yeah, that's why they were able to get Uncharted 1, 2, 3 out and Last of Us out in a single generation, because they went with a linear experience, which is part of the reason I actually kind of like Mafia, because it was more direct. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is going to take me 400 hours, because I just don't have that time anymore.
Open world.
No, and I think that's why indie games are doing so well, just because smaller scale. So maybe AAA development needs to
unless you're
down.
Making Silk Song and it still takes you 7 years.
Yeah.
There's a slightly different circumstance.
Yeah, which surprisingly we will talk about today.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's move on. Tomb Raider. Oh no. This was gaming adjacent. But Sony has purchased the Peanuts franchise and IP.
Okay. That's weird. I mean, I guess they're planning on making movies or something based on it.
I assume so. It was kind of random.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
so Sony now owns Peanuts.
I guess, yeah, because that's a hot property.
Right? That's what I thought about when they bought it. I was like, uh,
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like people love Peanuts, but like Charles Schultz has been dead for a while now. Like when did he die? Like in 1998 or something. He's been dead
it,
for quite a long time now.
it's been a while.
Um, and like yeah, there's not really any new Peanuts content. At least like there's no new Peanut strips being drawn because he didn't say, "Oh, here I have a successor to continue." Any place that prints Peanuts, they're reprints of old strips that he drew, and even our local paper uh, continued to print Peanuts for several years. I don't know if they still do. I haven't fucking touched a newspaper in
I
God
ass-
knows how
it
long.
has to be printed somewhere because
Oh yeah,
Peanut
yeah, yeah.
Peanut Holdings LLC was purchased for 630 million Canadian dollars.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're still reprinting it, and there's still merchandise being made and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there's nothing new from Charles Schultz because
No,
he's
no,
dead.
no. Yeah.
So it's a nostalgic franchise, right? It's a thing
Mhm.
that's done, but they're still continuing to milk it.
Yeah, the last
Um,
time Peanuts had a film was 10 years ago,
I didn't even know
2015.
that happened. Is that what
Yeah.
we're looking at right now? The
Yeah.
trailer for that?
I think this is
I
the
didn't
Peanuts
even
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that, or if I did, I fucking forgot about it because
It
I sure don't
made
recognize any of it.
246 million.
Okay, well, it didn't make any of that for me 'cause I've never
No.
seen it.
No, me either. No.
Oh,
Oh, Snoopy has a
so
YouTube channel.
that right there in the logo where it said the Peanuts movie by Schultz, I don't like that.
The
He
fact
was
because
dead
he's
when this
yeah.
movie. Yeah, like you could say Peanuts by Schultz, but saying the Peanuts movie by Schultz, like no, he was dead long before this movie
My
came
own
out. Like he had
my only thought is maybe the family said they have any properties of or like anytime you use the
that has to
Peanuts
be.
it
I
has to
mean,
be in there
maybe,
maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
that's possible. But I thought I'd talk about it. Again. It's gaming adjacent. I don't know.
I mean, there have been Peanuts video games.
Yeah.
It has happened.
Hopefully I don't get copyright struck for that
Square Enix
trailer.
actually published like a fucking like Red Baron game where it's like Snoopy
Oh
as the
yeah,
pilot on his
I do remember
house.
that. It was on PS2, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was
That
a long
era.
time ago now.
Yeah. All right. Next up, just some extra details of Tomb Raider Catalyst. Tomb Raider Catalyst is now confirmed as being the furthest game in the series chronologically. It takes place after the last game, which was Underworld.
Okay, so this is not the timeline of the reboot games. This is the
So they have confirmed
original
that
timeline.
they've confirmed that the Survivor trilogy is the origins of Tomb Raider. So
Oh,
it
okay,
is
so that
one
is still
Tomb Raider.
canon.
Yeah, it's still canon.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, so Underworld was in 2008, which capped off a 3-game arc, and then 2013 is when the Tomb Raider reboot, quote unquote, came into play, which are now
Oh,
considered
that's
prequels.
even older than I thought. That's like 12 years old.
2013?
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 years old. That game still looks gorgeous though.
Was that Xbox One PS4 or was that 360 PS3?
No, it was PS3. Yeah, PS3 360.
Oh
It was
wow.
late. Yeah, because it may have been
Yeah.
cross-gen, I think, because there was like a
Oh,
definitive edition for
there might have
PS4.
been like a next gen release of it.
Yeah, and then
They did
Rise of
that
the
with a
Tomb Raider
number of
was
games.
a Xbox One exclusive.
They did that
Uh,
with a game that I love dearly and that everyone loves dearly. Resident Evil 6. There's a lie in there. I'll leave it to you to figure out where the lie is.
that is a callback to last week.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got. Bum, bum, bum. Dambuster Studios has mistakenly
Dambusters.
slash Dambusters. Yeah, Dambuster Studios, who makes Dead Island, has put out their financial statements, which are up to date as of March 2025. The company, as of then, had employed 194 employees, and they are currently working on Dead Island 3, scheduled for Q1, Q2, 2028. Not sure why that was in the financial statement. Seems like you would want to save that confirmation for like a trailer or teaser.
Yeah, something that's
Yeah.
public facing and not just buried in a PDF somewhere.
I guess they did put out a teaser image. They put out an image saying it's basically like an art piece that says when there's no more room in hell A, and it's got a guy hitchhiking. So
Yeah.
I guess alluding that Dead Island 3 will not be.
You know, it'd be really
in
great
LA.
is if the hitchhiker was a zombie and his thumb was like partially hanging off. He had the thumb out, but it was like just barely hanging on by a scrap of skin.
No, it's just a dude smoking a cigarette. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't get into Dead Island 2. It's a little too out there, and it's
You
really
did recommend it for the Steam sale.
Yeah. So I mean, people like it. Like,
Yeah.
people really like the game. I think it's a little too challenging, but I like Dying Light, and while that game is still challenging, this game just felt like brutal. I don't know what it was, but I played it when it came out.
Doesn't the Dead Island rely on having multiple players?
No, you can play it in co-op, but you can. I played Dead Island 1 alone. But
I mean, maybe it's balanced around having multiple.
It could be.
People.
Yeah, because the guys took so many hits. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, Dead Island 2 sold like 20 million copies. So there you go. And then finally, yep, here we go again.
DLC for the DLC.
DLC, yes, exactly. Hollow Knight Silksong's first big expansion has been revealed. Teased for 2026. Hollow Knight Silksong, Sea of Sorrow. Promises.
Ain't playing that shit again.
No.
Not putting myself through that again.
And I would imagine it'll be twice as difficult, which is kind of hard to
It still
fathom.
makes me angry because I still think Hornet is such a baller character, and I
She's
wanted
cool.
to like her game so much.
Yeah.
Also, this animation is sick. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Looking at Silksong is a lot more fun for me than
Playing
actually
it.
playing Silksong.
Even looking at it was bad for you, though. You had some problems.
Well, yeah. Well, looking at it when I have to dodge those things, but when I'm watching someone else play, I'm like, oh yeah, this game looks amazing.
It does look
visually,
amazing.
It does.
Yeah.
Like it beautiful, gorgeous art.
Yep.
Kick-ass soundtrack.
Yep.
Like there is not a bad song in that game's soundtrack, and there's no art in this game that doesn't look incredible.
Yeah.
It's just playing it is like pulling my fucking fingernails out.
Yeah, I uninstalled it.
It
I had enough.
It didn't have to be that way.
No.
It didn't have to be that way. It's okay for games to be hard, but for games to be irritating and frustrating, that's I ain't about that life.
Yep. Sea of Sorrow promises new areas, bosses, and tools, and it's coming for free.
Oh, so I guess I'm getting it whether I like it or not.
Yeah, getting it like yeah.
Well, at least they're not making me pay for fucking suffering again. I'm gonna be playing it though.
Yeah, they also announced that they're releasing a Switch 2 edition of Hollow Knight at some point.
Unsurprising.
Yeah. Oh, and if you already own Hollow Knight on Switch, it's free. So that's cool.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it should always be, but
yeah, Nintendo.
Yeah.
The studio said it will also be updating all current versions of the original Hollow Knight and adding features and bug fixes. If you're playing on PC, some of those changes are already available. Interesting. Wonder what they include.
If, like me, you waited years to play Hollow Knight and somehow waited even longer than I did,
Then yeah, exactly.
You'll probably have an even better experience than I did with that game because unlike Silksong, I fucking loved Hollow Knight.
Yeah. Oh, it includes full 16:10 and 21:9 aspect ratio support for ultrawides and Steam Deck. Yeah. So cool. We'll see if it actually comes out in 2026. You guys are not exactly known for hitting your deadlines.
Yeah.
And that's it for the news.
What if it takes so long that this becomes Hollow Knight 3? Wouldn't that be appropriate?
That'd be hilarious. It'll just be Hollow Knight Sea of Sorrows. But just take out the Silk Song. This is gone.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, that means it's time for the final.
Travis Cloud.
Of 2025.
Peanut knowledge with my tongue just swelled up.
It sounds like we just had like dental surgery.
Is this Mario Odyssey?
No. This almost looks like.
It looks Odyssey-ish. Maybe not. Maybe Galaxy?
Here's what's throwing me off is this. That looks really small. It could be the angle.
Mario's a small guy.
Yeah.
You can try Mario Odyssey. That's 6 guesses.
It's true. 85% though. Oh, it's Sparks of Hope, I think.
Okay, I haven't played that.
There we go.
Oh, but it is Mario. Okay.
Yeah, Mario Rabbids. Yeah, this second turn-based game from Ubisoft.
Such a weird.
Didn't like it.
Such a weird. Mario plus the Rayman spinoff plus XCOM.
Yeah. So the first game is amazing. If you haven't played Kingdom Battles, I recommend it. It's really good.
Fine. It's just weird.
It is a weird concept. It absolutely is. The second game I didn't like as much.
Kingdom Hearts was a weird concept, and that's had a bajillion games. So
you're telling me, and a bajillion re-releases.
Yeah.
Bink. Huh.
Well, it looks like some kind of village is on fire, but it looks too good to be Summoner.
Is it RE4 remake? No.
I don't think so. It's definitely
Got some
could
crows.
be, like, based on the quality. I mean, try it.
No, it's not a Resident Evil game at all.
Okay.
82%.
I don't get anything from this.
I wonder if it's Hunt.
Oh, Hunt Showdown? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you can try it.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought it didn't look like it had enough like grunge shader on it.
Yeah, it's definitely new though. PS5, Xbox Series exclusive, and Switch One. That's weird.
Yeah, well, this is obviously not the Switch version we're looking at.
No. What is that? Is this Baldur's Gate 3? No.
I still haven't played it.
No, it's not.
When does the camera ever get that low in Baldur's Gate 3?
Is it 360? I think it's 360 in Baldur's Gate 3. It's not in Divinity. But I don't think this is Baldur's Gate. There's a dude here though. Maybe it is Baldur's Gate.
You can always try it.
I don't recognize it if it is Baldur's Gate. Oh.
Maybe it's like a photo mode thing?
Yeah. No. Oh. Plague Tale.
Oh, I bet that's it.
Yeah, Requiem. Yeah, the new one. Yeah, I never played it. I played the first one and I was kind of bored.
Yeah, isn't that the game where you use fire to just keep this infinite sea of demon rats at bay?
Yeah. It's basically a giant escort mission game.
Yeah.
But enough people liked it apparently. Yeah, the voice acting was atrocious. It was so bad. It was really bad. But I mean, like, the concept is cool. I don't know. Maybe I should play the sequel, see if it's any good. But yeah, that first one was rough. Oh, Age of Empires?
I'm thinking of Age of Empires or maybe From Dust. Or maybe like Halo. It kind of looks like the ground texture in Halo. No, the way that map cuts off.
Yeah, it's an RTS of some kind.
An RTS type game.
That looks
try. I don't know.
It looks too good to be the old Age of Empires, though.
Yeah.
Maybe Age of Empires 4, the new one.
Maybe, or maybe one of the HD versions.
Oh,
There's two HD versions of Age of Empires 2. There's Age of Empires 2 HD and Age of Empires 2
Oh,
4K.
it's not Age of Empires at all. 79%.
Okay.
But it's definitely a
Is
top-down.
this banished?
Was it that colorful? I don't think it was that colorful, was it?
It could be that colorful.
Nope, it's not even in there.
Oh, not in there. Okay.
It should be. That game's good.
It is a good game.
What other RTS game on a grid where the grid cuts off?
Yeah, here's the problem is that like Age of Empires was kind of my go-to thing for RTS. So I didn't really play much else. Played a little bit of Warcraft. Would this be like Warcraft 3?
Yeah, was it Reforged? Yeah. Is there Reforged in here, or is it just Warcraft 3? Yeah, it's just Warcraft 3. No?
Yeah, okay.
Huh? What the hell is this? That looks like sandbags right there.
Yeah, it's probably like stones or something from way up high.
Devil's Bay. Using aerial text. I don't know what this is.
Oh, what are the icons there? Go over the icons.
It's like bamboo and a leaf, and then like another leaf.
Is it probably like materials that you find there?
Resources? Right. Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
I don't know what game this is. Oh,
I wonder if this is Age of Mythology, that the new one that came out.
Maybe. Try it.
I haven't played it. Oh, well. Nope. 2006. What?
And no.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I got no other guesses.
I have no idea.
I don't know. It's an anno game. You got it.
Oh, great.
Which fucking one, though?
Isn't there like 4 of those?
Yeah. There's like 45 of those.
I don't know. Just fucking take a guess, I suppose.
Well, it's not the futuristic ones.
I didn't even know there were futuristic ones. There's way more than I thought there were.
1701.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like giving us like, oh, it's Madden, but
Madden 25. Yeah.
Yeah. This looks older.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid.
This looks like a mansion, no?
Try Metal Gear Solid. Just try Metal Gear Solid. Just real quick for me. Okay.
Not a Metal Gear game. 81.
Oh, this is familiar. Is this Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time?
Whoa. It is a Prince of Persia game, but it's not Sands of Time. Oh, okay. So it's got to be either Warrior Within or Two Thrones.
But those didn't come out for the 360.
Oh, is this the 2008? Is this just Prince of Persia? 2008?
Maybe. It could also be that 4th Sands of Time game that they made to
cash in. Oh, God. What the fuck was that called?
Forgotten Sands, I think.
Prodigy? Forgotten Sands? Fallen King? Sands, yeah. Oh, my God. Look how many up there. What? How many are there? What the hell? No.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Then just try just the regular old Prince of Persia.
It's not, now that I've seen this.
Yeah, it doesn't look colorful enough, I guess.
No. What is it? I guess no, yeah, you're right. It can't be Warrior Within, and it can't be Two Thrones. Maybe it is the Prince of Persia 2008, and it just doesn't look like it. I guess it's
just called Prince of Persia.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, there's the color.
Yeah. Controversial opinion, but I really love that game. I think it's great.
I've never played it.
It's so it was one of the first games that like counteracted the idea of dying in games, where it was like,
you just get teleported back.
Yeah. And it was controversial at the time. Of course, nowadays it's like, oh, checkpoints, so you don't have to run back half an hour of gameplay.
Like
it's kind of normal.
Fine I'm fine with having frequent checkpoints. I don't need the game to. I don't need Lackey 2 to pick me up and put me back after
Wacky too.
like on every single pit. Like
Yeah.
come on.
I still thought it was a great experience. Oh, that's older.
So here's the thing. I don't remember any part of the game looking like this, but just the general vibe of it makes me think of Eternal Darkness.
I mean, we can guess it. I don't have anything else.
I don't think it will be, but
no. 73.
Also Eternal Darkness would have scored better than that.
What the hell is this? There's like a grid down here.
I think that's like a radar. It's part of the UI, I think.
Why is there a big blue streak across the sky?
I think so. What I think that is I think that's the ocean. And
sky and then fog
and ocean like reflection, and then yeah.
So this is like N64.
It's weird
type era.
I think it's a little bit later than that.
You think PS2? This looks.
I think at least Dreamcast.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, neither do I.
Oh, GameCube exclusive. Wow.
GameCube. Oh, so it's not. It is. It's like this is the furthest you can go. I bet that's the fucking like this is the edge of the map. GameCube exclusive. What game on the GameCube has a UFO like that? I would have thought that I'd recognize it. The fucking Godzilla fighting game.
Monsters Melee.
Yeah. Wasn't that exclusive to the GameCube?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought we had that one already. I thought about it, but I was like, I'm pretty sure we had that one, and I
think because there were like 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
There was one that was exclusive to the GameCube, and then there was
Monsters Attack or something like that on PS2.
Yeah. I think the other ones came out on both PS2 and Xbox, or I know at least one of them came out on Xbox.
Okay, can we just skip?
Well, would you believe this actually looks kind of familiar to me, but I can't place from where.
It's a broken road. Could be like a billion games.
Road. Yeah.
The only thing that gives it some semblance of unique is this hole here.
This splotch. Yeah, it's good.
Is this the Darkness too? It's like your tentacle things?
It might be the Darkness. Yeah, try it.
Nope. Not even the Darkness 2. Whoa, what are those? Little foxes? Are those people? I don't know what those are. PS3 360. No idea.
What are those statues in the background?
Yeah, they're like lions or something, or like monkeys. And then this is like some sort of Egyptian cat with like a big streak of something.
I'd almost be tempted to say Serious Sam, but I don't know of any Serious Sam game that's console exclusive.
Yeah, me either.
Some of them have appeared on console before, but I'm pretty sure they're all on PC.
And what's with the palm trees and then these little like weird creatures with tails?
The thing is, that's part of what gives me the Serious Sam vibes, is because there's little tiny frog enemy. I mean, since we don't have a guess, you could put in Serious Sam and we'll know if it's in the franchise. No. Okay, it's not.
It's an RTS action. Oh, it's what's that?
The metal game,
Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend, yeah.
I don't remember that scene. I don't remember any of these scenes actually, except for the road. I remember the road. That's at the beginning when you're driving through hell for the first time. I only played it until it became an RTS, and then I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was such a fun action game, and then all of a sudden it changes into an RTS, and I'm like, I don't like this. Weird game.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Retro. Gex. Just Gex?
The original. Yeah.
Wow. Crushed it. Damn. That's crazy. Oh, I remember this game. Crystal Dynamics made that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Gex was their mascot for a while.
And now we have Bradley the Badger.
He was
Oh, that's
he was
StarCraft,
leaning
right?
against their logo. Yeah, that could be StarCraft.
Boom!
There
I
you
played a
go.
bajillion hours of that game. That was
Yeah, I played a lot of StarCraft back in the day
love
too.
that game, man. It's Katamari.
Yeah, I was thinking Katamari.
Which one?
I would just go with the original.
Damacy? Oh, this
Yeah.
one. Nope, it's not a Katamari
Oh,
game. What?
interesting. Oh, no, not with 81. I was gonna
Oh,
say, could this be Mr. Mosquito?
oh, this
No,
might be
no.
this might be Fall Guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Not a good game.
Really?
It was one of those games where it's like you play 3 rounds and then you're like, is there anything else to this game? No.
Yeah,
Okay,
you've
I'm
kind of
bored.
seen it all. Yeah. You got to be the kind of person who's really into the competition rather than just the gameplay.
Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah, that's Pokemon, but which one?
It's in
I'm
color,
gonna say
so it's got to be gold or silver, right?
no, I think it's one of the Game Boy Advance games, so I would say Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh, it's not Pokemon. What?
What?
It was a Japanese
Oh,
exclusive release.
you know what it is?
What?
It's Mother 3.
Nice.
It's funny because when I saw that, the first thing I thought was Earthbound, but I was like, that's not drawn at the right angle to be Earthbound. That looks like Pokemon. But then, that's a good game, and they should fucking release it here.
That's the first time I've ever seen Mother 3.
Aside from when it was Earthbound 64.
Yeah. Yeah, I never went and looked up Mother 3. I hear about it all the time, but I'm like,
It's
I
good.
just never went and looked it up. I mean, I didn't really enjoy Earthbound, so I can't imagine I would enjoy Mother 3. But
Yeah, okay. Well, if you didn't enjoy Earthbound, you wouldn't enjoy this because it's very much the same.
I like the concept of Earthbound. I just found it really grindy.
Yeah, the concept is great, but yeah, the execution's not for everybody. This, on the other hand, is this? I mean, visually it kind of looks like Journey, but those look like sections of highway that Journey would definitely not have.
Yeah.
They could also be like temple pieces, which Journey would have.
I don't have any better guess. Yeah.
Hey, they're
Nice.
temple pieces.
I wish that game would that game company would make games again. They got stuck on Sky, the mobile game, and they haven't made anything since, to my knowledge. Although I think a lot of the developers who worked on Journey and Flower have moved on.
Yeah, they moved on to Sword of the Sea.
Yeah, Abzu and all that stuff. Pathless.
I've seen this before.
This is definitely PS1, right?
I think it's a little too fine. I'm
Could be
thinking
PS2.
PS2.
Oh, is this like maybe Silent Hill 1?
No, Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 1 is a PS1 game. Also, the fog in Silent Hill 1 doesn't look this good.
Should we go with Silent Hill 2?
Yeah.
I never played the original, so I don't know what the original like.
It's good.
Yep, there we go.
There it is. I told you I'd seen this before.
Yeah.
I call that one of the best looking games on the PS2. That comes with some qualifiers. That last screenshot we saw, not one of the best examples of that game's visuals.
No.
But the graveyard, that was great. Like the texture detail on it for the time, it was really quality. You know, the fog effect in that game looks great. Again, for the time. This looks like Metroid Prime.
Nope. 92 though.
Oh, but it's rated like Metroid Prime.
92.
Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, it could be.
This looks like a GameCube game.
No?
What
Whoa,
the fuck? Well, okay,
multi-platform. Huh.
Splinter Cell? Yes, Siri? That's the one with the good lighting. The better lighting. The Xbox version looks considerably better than the other two.
Nice. Yeah, Chaos Theory.
Yeah, I remember they changed up like their shader system for the third one, so like Oh God! Oh, I remember that scene.
Mm,
Oh, that's where they kill the guy by electric. Like they're torturing him for
yeah.
information,
I remember
and they
you're
kill
going
him.
down
Like
into the basement. You can hear him screaming.
yeah, you can hear it, and they're like he's in the bathtub, and they're like electrifying the water. Um, and so here's what I did. Was I was like, I wonder if I can shoot that body, because you know how some games will be like, no, your gun goes down.
Go look at that
Okay,
body.
but here's stay with me on this. So I shot him, right? I put a bullet in him, and what's his name? The guy that's on your radio, I forget. Comes over and he's like, Fisher, what the hell are you doing? And then Sam says, making sure he's not suffering. And I was like, oh,
Oh, Easter egg.
they decided to do something for people who tried that. That's
It didn't
neat.
fail the mission.
No, no.
Oh,
Well, I mean, the guy was
nice.
already dead.
Well, that's fair. Interesting. That is
Oh,
a
this looks really familiar.
that's a distinct art style. Oh,
Yeah,
this could be League of Legends.
it could be. Yeah, I mean, you could try it.
I'm not an expert, but I know that art style reeks of
Yeah, yeah,
League of Legends. Oh,
yeah. There you go. League of Legends, not my kind of game, but I don't have anything bad to say about that art. It's a gorgeous game, very cool designs and all that sort of stuff.
they actually announced this week that they're doing a complete refresh of the game next year. I
Oh
think,
wow, wow.
to bring it up to modern standards, whatever that
Yeah.
means.
Hopefully it goes better than the than what they're doing with Deus Ex. Which, by the way, did you see they delayed
Get
that
delayed.
after after the response?
They're like,
Uh,
oh, no
I
one
looked
likes
at that news
this.
and I was like, yes, that's the correct choice of action,
Yeah,
guys.
the Sands of timed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is Borderlands.
Oh, is it okay?
It's one of them. Not sure which one. The first
Well,
one.
there you go.
Recognize that art style a
Also, a
mile
game that
away.
doesnto look bad. In fact, it looks pretty good.
It does.
Just
Yeah.
far too obnoxious for me to put up with.
I'll be honest with you. Borderlands 4 starting to grind my gears a little bit. Yeah, it's. So here's the thing. I play games and I like games where the characters talk to you while you're playing, but I don't like when they're talking while you're shooting.
Yeah, because it's like number
Shut
one,
the fuck
you're
up! I'm
distracting
busy.
me.
Yeah.
Number two, if you're saying anything important, I can't fucking hear it over the sound of me fighting for my life.
In God of War and
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're telling a story, if Kratos is telling a story and something happens,
he stops.
yeah, he stops and he'll say,
Yeah.
"We'll continue this later." And
Yeah.
then when he does, he says like something like, "Where was I?" or
Yep.
something like to that effect. Yeah,
Last
yeah,
of
yeah,
Us
yeah.
Part 2 does the exact same thing. It's like that's what you
GTA
need to do
GTA 5 also does that. If you've got somebody in the car,
in the
like
car.
an NPC talking to you, and you crash the car, they'll go whoa, or
Oh,
something like that, and then they'll
where was
say
I?
anyway, where was I? Yeah,
Yeah.
and they'll resume. Yeah, it's a
Smart
neat little
idea.
touch.
Yep,
Yep. That looks super realistic.
that
That looks
does.
like a wet, damaged street, or maybe a really
Oh,
zoomed out view of the coastline.
could be Alan Wake 2. Oh wait, this is from 20.
Oh
This is from 2022. Was
no,
that
it
game
couldn't be
wasn't out
Alan Wake
yet?
2 then.
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um.
Is that a person that we're seeing in the reflection right here? Yeah, that's a person. Look,
Maybe.
there's like 2 feet there walking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
And so that must be a light post right next to him.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a
yeah.
dude walking on a sidewalk on a street. So that doesn't
Yeah.
really
Where
help us
there's
a
like
whole
a
lot,
puddle of
but
water.
yeah,
Yeah.
could be like
It really speaks to how good it looks that we're able to determine that.
could be like Watch
We're
Dogs
we're
Legion or
doing
something.
some CSI shit here
Yeah.
based on a partial screenshot of a video game.
Although it doesn't
Oh,
make any
man.
sense though, because if you look,
The perspective, well, that's where the reflection stuff kind of fails.
because this guy's standing up straight and this pole's upside down.
Yeah, like the screen space reflections are going to be kind of weird because they're just pulling from what's on screen. So
Yeah, it could be Watch Dogs 1. I'm not sure how good the reflections were in that game though.
I mean, you can try it.
Not Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs. Nope. Huh.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything from this. It's a camo helicopter.
88%. That's really high. Oh, is this Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid 4
5?
or 5?
No, it's not 4.
It
It's
can't be
definitely
5 because
not
there's
4.
no. It's not 5 because there's no streets. You're out in like fucking Afghanistan with
That's
dirt.
right. That's right.
everywhere.
There's no streets.
So I don't know what this
Yeah,
is.
even when you get out of the hospital, it's just like a dirt road leading up to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa!
Oh,
This is.
it's
It's
Fear.
Fear. Whoa! This game looks that good. Holy
Wow.
ballsack!
I mean, yeah, it's a good-looking game, but I haven't played it in a while.
That's crazy. We were
Maybe
looking
that
at.
was like a pre-rendered cinematic or something.
Could be. We can't check it because it's too old. But
Yeah.
But that looks dope. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Fear always looked really good.
Man, that game was good.
Mhm.
Oh god, that freaked me the fuck out.
Should have kept that team together instead of dissolving them.
Yep. Man, that game was scary. Yeah, I played that demo like 1,000 times because I was like, this is so good.
Mhm.
What are we at here? 2 more. That is someone looking down at a street, but it's a fucked up view, so it's probably like a death. You fall down there and you die.
Yeah, somebody falling. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Perfect Dark, but there's not enough like techno future shit in there.
And what's
but
this?
like the opening of Perfect Dark, the buildings near the top there, like where I mean near the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you look down.
There's a background that's like that in the first stage of Perfect Dark. We could try Perfect Dark. Who knows? Probably not going to be, but it could be.
I wonder what that thing is, though. Oh, not perfection. Perfect Dark. Okay, what is happening? No one knows. No. Too old for Metacritic. Whoa.
Okay, but it continues to look kind of like Perfect Dark, except not good enough. But definitely colorful enough. That's a PS1 game.
That's a building, like an apartment building.
But it's also like a JPEG.
Yeah, what is this?
This is really crunchy looking.
Really crunchy. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. I'm not getting anything.
I'm
not getting cruising vibes. I'm not getting like rush vibes.
Maybe Twisted Metal 1?
Did it have tracks? I don't think it had tracks for falling
we could try.
off. Oh!
Hey!
Nice.
Oh, that would have given it away.
Yeah. That would have given it away.
Let's just put the most recognizable thing in the game there.
I don't remember any drops. Do you? Where you could fall off the arena? That's interesting.
So I actually barely played Twisted Metal 1 because I didn't like it, but I played the fuck out of Twisted Metal 2.
Yeah, that's the common thread, I think, for sure. All right, last one.
Yeah.
Is this Nier Automata?
It might be.
Automata? I don't know how you say it.
I was kind of thinking of Spec Ops: The Line. But
no, you don't go underground. I love that game.
No, but there is like a ruined building, like a bombed out building that you go in. I don't remember if there's light streaming through. Try Nier. See if it's that. It is kind of laid out like that first area.
Whoa.
No? Okay.
Oh, it's is this Killzone? Killzone 2.
What year is it from?
We don't know. It's just it has a 91.
Oh, 91.
Oh, Killzone. That seems high for Killzone 2.
Yeah.
But that looks like Killzone 2.
You could try it. You could try it.
Wow, I cannot believe that game has a 91.
Yeah.
Wow.
I played okay, yeah, it was this one that I played. Yeah, I hated this game.
Yeah,
because the controls were terrible.
I can't believe how good this game looks, though. It's fucking gorgeous.
It was pretty. It was really pretty. I remember that the head, like the talking head, comes up, and I thought it was pre-rendered.
Yeah, the multiplayer was amazing too. Well, again, if you can get used to the sluggish shooting.
Yeah, re-release this game with good responsive controls, and I bet I would play the fuck out of it.
I can't believe they've shelved this franchise. It's a little strange. Like
even if the fucking Hellgas design is just stolen whole cloth from the Red Spectacles.
Yeah,
if you're not a fan of 80s Japanese cinema, you probably would never know that.
They should give us to Blue Point.
Yeah,
redo Killzone 2. Yeah. Now I want to replay this, but you can't because it's exclusive to PS3, and you can't play fucking PS3 games.
Well, there's ways around that.
Well, that's true.
You got a computer powerful enough to emulate now, so
it's true. It's true. Although you can't play it online either way, I don't think.
No.
No.
Well,
Oh, it might have
probably,
bot
like-
support. Ooh.
There's probably like I'm sure that people have got
Private servers.
yeah, like but then you'd have to find people specifically to play with,
Yeah, that's true.
not just like connect to a master server. It can be done.
Maybe I'll check
But,
Shadow Fallout and see if people are still playing that one, or if it's got bot support. 'Cause the multiplayer was so underrated in those games. It was like Team
that
Fortress.
reminds me. I tried the versus bot multiplayer in Future Cop.
Oh,
I see what you mean about the
MOBA?
about the MOBA stuff. I wasn't super into the multiplayer aspect of it. There was a lot of shooting towers and occasionally a helicopter, so I wasn't super into that. But I see what you mean about the MOBA.
definitely MOBA.
The proto MOBA, yeah.
Gotta get the tanks into the base.
It absolutely is. It's you've got the minions, you've got the lanes. Like it's 100% what it is.
Yeah, except you can upgrade the minions, which is cool.
Yeah,
super tanks. Yeah, I love that game. I mean, you know, I have this. I have the nostalgia for it though, so it helps me.
Yeah,
enjoy that game more. All right, ladies and Jensen. I'll put up the sales again for those of you who want to see that. But this has been Press Pause, a gaming podcast, episode 74. If you want to catch me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on BlueSky.
I'm at Ninjas on BlueSky.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.op.podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and join the Co-op Club Discord community server where you can find myself and so many others talking about gaming, wrestling, and more. And if you're so inclined, patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us a few bucks to help support the channel. And as a final reminder, this is the last show before we go away. Yeah, for the year. We are done skis. At least our normally scheduled programs are done. Stay tuned for Press Pause Plays for the next 14 weekdays until we are back for our normal first show will be episode 75 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast, to kick off 2026. And we'll see what 2026 brings us. Can only imagine. Can only imagine what 2026 will bring us from the gaming
I'm imagining,
industry.
and it's just more layoffs. It's really depressing.
Yeah, they did kind of peter off in the last couple of months.
Off, but
yeah.
I mean,
but it was a bad year.
That doesn't mean that they're done.
You never know. There might be some day before Christmas this year. For all I know.
At some point, you have to stop laying off people because then you won't have anybody.
Yeah. So we're laying off.
Maybe they're waiting to build up their reserves again before they start firing a bunch of people.
Only guys left is the custodian.
Yeah.
We can't fire him. He's gotta keep it clean for all the people that work here.
He's the only guy who's got the key to the washroom.
That's very true. It's very true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for 2025. That was crazy. Appreciate the support. Hope everyone has a happy and safe holiday, no matter what you celebrate. Hope you enjoy it. And we will return. And Merry Christmas.
Unless we die horribly.
I really hope that wasn't a jinx.
Well, if I'm saying it, like if we acknowledge the possibility, it's less likely. Because if we just say we'll see you when we get back, that's tempting fate. But if we acknowledge it, it's like okay. If fate's like okay, well they know that it's not a sure thing. I'll ease off.
You're playing
that's how that works.
You're playing with karma. Playing with opposites. It's a dangerous game.
Yeah, this is a gaming podcast.
Indeed.
And games is what we do.
All right, everybody. Get back to gaming. Have a good holiday. We'll see you next year. Bye.
Come at me, fate.